I don't think I was here for that. So I was probably not with the gang.
No, you weren't. You had been contacted. You were busy, of course, teaching, and perhaps it was a major exam you had to pull off, and you had to invigilate, as they say, in Europe. And you got distracted by all this. It could be that your department head had to pull you aside and ask you why you keep on smelling of drink. Some of the students have complained.
Fuck them, that's what I say. These are all lies.
No, of course they are.
Somebody's trying to take me down.
These are all lies.
Yeah, listen to me here, fellow. I am sober. Sober as the day I was born. But me mum
Go ahead. Keep it up. Finish it up, too.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. I have not been smelling of liquor. What are these people talking about? You know, I might drink the occasional drink, but never during my work hours. Before, after lunch, maybe. I'm not saying I do, maybe. But it does not affect my teaching. For sure, I know that.
It's pretty much like saying, at this time, it would be like saying, yeah, I do a little cocaine on my lunch break. So
yeah, it's not. So
I think it would actually be more legit if I said I did cocaine on my lunch break than drink on my lunch break. In that age.
I mean...
I kind of forgot we were on probation in New York. Sorry, I don't drink. I'm a good law-abiding citizen.
Oh, boy. Roby, are you persuading or fast-talking?
Let me see whichever one I'm good at.
because you have been drinking. And you do smell drink.
Yeah.
How are you, how well are you going to convince your head of department about that it's not important?
Well, for sure, Nook. Can I use my charm?
If you want to seduce him, sure.
Okay, never mind. Then I'll use persuade. Alright, this is going to be a really hard one. I could either choose fast talk, which is 5, or persuade, which is 10. So here we go.
How can you be a professor and so unpersuasive?
I don't know. Just the character. If I had the character, if I built it, I would have put things differently.
Yeah, right. It is a premium.
Oh fuck!
It's not almost a critical failure, but not quite. And the head of the department, he shakes his head and he pretty much scolds you and admonishes you for not being careful. He reminds you that alcohol is illegal, and that this university has to protect its reputation as an upstanding institution of education for young minds and a moral mentor for future citizens. So he says that you must
I know.
cease and desist from anything that will bring the reputation of the university into the mud.
I will.
And the man says, he's tapping his finger on the desk. Go ahead.
No, of course. I will season this is my drinking meat. Maybe it's just better if I go home for the day then.
He taps his fingers on the desk and he says, I know you are not the only one, but I've heard that you are one of the contingent who like going down to jungle land. Find yourself amongst the Negroes.
Well, what can I say? They offer interesting perspectives.
All I can say is best watch yourself. Your reputation has already been, let us say, bruised in the past. You don't want it to get any worse, do you? Now, here.
No, sir.
keep a mind about what you do, and pay
I will do
attention
that
to
from now.
watching.
Sorry, this has all been very refreshing. Thank you very much.
It's clear, by the way, his tone of voice, his extreme disapproval for your dalliances in Harlem. This man is older, clearly. Well, make of it what you wish, but does not approve of your choice of entertainment or the choice of location in which you find it.
I can tell.
He probably almost stops himself from saying something else besides Negroes.
Alright, well, we already call it Jungle Land, so he's pretty much racist confirmed.
Yeah,
But
you know, the sad reality of early 20th century America. Okay, guys. Well, yeah, at some point, I don't know how we're going to contact Nevada Jones, because where we left off, of course, is that both Bruce. I didn't get a chance to watch the video, so I know that our intrepid adventurer, some of our intrepid adventurers, were able to track down a place where Leroy Turner had gone. Leroy Turner is the trumpeter, sad, drunken trumpeter, who seems to be haunted by trouble wherever he goes. He plays his trumpet. And that are that someone had been following him. Gosh, I forget the characters. I'm sorry. Where are you guys? Where are your characters?
Police station being interrogated.
I'm trying to find your characters and I can't find them. Oh, there you are, investigators. There you are. I'm sorry. I have too much information. And so what I should say is that Rudolph Marsh knows where Leroy Turner is, having followed him to a bar in, not too far off the main drag in Harlem. Bruce Boothby and Elizabeth Cumming, after their experiences at the funeral procession, decided to leave, having seen more than enough, and felt a bit of, let's say, tension from the African-American funeral goers who were concerned about who they were and what they were doing. And then, where are you doing, Bruce? Let's get back to you, Bruce.
Wasn't he under like arrest or something, or being interrogated?
Oh yeah! Oh my goodness, Bruce, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. So you actually did turn yourself in, right? Is that what happened?
Well, there was a thing.
Oh, no. You came in late, and the arresting officer got pretty pissed off at you.
No, I didn't get late, but I did ask to come late. He didn't allow me. I called him before because Cummings needed my help, so she asked me to avoid going to the police station. I refused it. I tried to call the guy. He also refused it, and was quite angry because the guy that I brought to the hospital died. So now it's a case of murder, another case of accidental shooting. And now I've been interrogated. They know about me. I failed some fast talk that I don't remember which one was. Yeah, there is the two guys that were looking the case at the hospital are there, along with their commandant, captain, maybe. I didn't remember exactly.
Well, you had another detective who gave you a lot of shit. Wondering what the goddamn hell you were doing. I don't. Yeah, you know what? I didn't get a chance to look at this. Though I don't believe that they yet know who this individual is.
Oh, they know there was a federal agent because
Oh,
the guy was dying, so they had to check the checking his background. So they discovered there was a federal agent, and that's why it's so serious that they are trashing me so much. And because I'm me, and because they figured out that I'm a son of a senator, and I went to a lot of college, and actually I'm just a rich kid trying to play cop. I mean, I don't think that, but they think so.
Yeah. You are in a difficult goddamn situation here.
Tell me about it.
In terms of you're gonna have to post bail. And the only way you can post bail it will be by asking help from your father.
On the ground.
Because there's no way you have enough money to post bail for this.
But so, following the. My God, he was
in terms of, yeah, but my problem is that you're probably no, but if you would have bail, but they would tell you bail at a trial. So you've didn't. So here's the thing.
I was just suspended, by the way.
You're also suspended. So these police officers are pretty pissed off, and they're basically telling you that you are going to get investigated by the Treasury Department, and they got to keep you. They can't let you out.
I'm just gonna.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with this.
Let me throw in a little context here. I don't remember if they actually know that the guy was a federal agent.
I don't think they do because that was your out, Yuri. Yeah. That was how I was not letting you end up in jail for the rest of this adventure. Because the moment that they know that that's a fucking federal agent, you are fucked.
Because identifying people back then
very hard,
easy as it is today. Yeah, I don't think that fingerprinting technology. I don't think existed yet.
Nope, it wasn't as good. Nope. I mean, they knew about fingerprints, but it wasn't common. Not forensic science like we do now.
And Social Security didn't come out till like the 30s, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, it would have had a driver's license, but I think you guys removed the wallet and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and so there's probably a missing persons for this, but I mean also communication between police departments and hospitals and the fire department. It wasn't. I mean, it was bad. It was bad enough during 9/11. Right? It's even worse in the 1920s. So they probably don't know who this guy is. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look over the video. I probably should have, but yeah, but I think you're making a mistake there. I don't think they know.
If taking out of jail, I agree.
Yeah, because here's what's going to happen. Let's just think about this, just metagaming. Any level of realism, there is no way they're going to let you go if they knew it's a federal agent who just shot. And what's going to happen is that federal agents from the New York office of the Department of Treasury are going to come talk to you. And they're going to start investigating, and they're going to find out, and they're going to start asking questions. And they might even investigate, they might ask questions about who your associates are. It's going to go down a rabbit hole where you're essentially a non-player. So, right? If we play any level of realism in this, we're going to, So we're going to have to tweak this a little bit. So they haven't identified who the man is. They know you're involved in his murder. He's in the morgue. You have a couple of days before they figure out who's who. Because eventually there's, somehow also, what's going to happen? Let's think about this. The Treasury Department may or may not know who's even missing, right? He may be working independently. he hasn't called in. Eventually, his Treasury Department partner or the Treasury Department is going to try and find out. They're going to see he's not in his apartment. That might take a couple days. They might put out, start looking for him. They might put out a missing persons report. They might put a missing persons report with the police. At that point, it's going to take a couple days possibly for the missing persons report to cycle through all the precincts until they can identify that the guy that's in the fucking morgue right now is the guy who's in the missing persons report, who is from the Treasury Department.
Before they bury him in a potter's field.
Exactly, yeah. So let's say you got a week before the shit really hits the fan. I'm gonna give that. Does that sound reasonable, Anthony? A week? I didn't research this.
Yeah, I mean,
but
without any proper research to actually know how long they hold on to John Doe's for.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. I was doing other stuff. But so let's say you got a couple days. You have at least 2 days before the shit really hits the fan. And so as angry as this guy is, and they give you a lot of shit, their basic thing is don't skip town. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you are still a prime suspect. And that they're going to be talking to you. And that you better come when they come looking.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Because otherwise, this is going to take forever, and you are going to be fucked.
Okay. Another thing, instead of calling my dad for help, can I call that mentor that I have, Gavin Clarkson?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. Yeah, you can. You don't have bail yet because bail would mean that you've gone to a trial, and you haven't gone to trial yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
The cops have decided not to keep you in jail. They decided to let you walk until the court case comes.
Okay.
Because you're a cop, and they essentially gave you an actual get out of jail free card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real get out of jail free card. Because otherwise you would sit in jail as a normal person until the trial came, unless you could post a bond, which would only be determined by the hearing, which would take who knows how long to put things into a level of realism.
Mm-hmm.
So now, what are you going to do?
Well, I know they would be at the hotel before going to whatever they had to go of the dress the Cunnings had, and I agree with Boothby to meet them back there, whether they were there or not.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely ascertain that it's very likely that they're there. I mean, you met them there already. So at some point, it all depends on what Boothby and Elizabeth wanted to do after their experiences at the funeral.
She probably want to collect herself and get something to drink.
Okay. Would that be back at the hotel? Would that be at a bar?
Yeah, probably back at the hotel.
Right.
Yeah, bar,
so you may
find a fucking speakeasy, and
Yeah. So you guys will make you just sneak your way back into the hotel via the back door, of course, and you will get yourself into this probably another room. They probably moved you, right? I mean, you'll always kind of be moving. It depends what rooms are empty, so they'll shuffle you somewhere else as needed. And a slightly different room, different floor, not quite clean, not clean yet, so to speak. There might be some vomit in the toilet still from the excursions of whoever was here before.
I talked to my friend and tell him this won't do.
He's sort of like, could you just wait? I need to find, I need to find some places. It's not that easy. People are gonna start snooping. Well, can you just hold on here for 3 hours at least? I'm trying.
I give him $10.
Ah, Jesus. All right. Okay, look, just give me 15 minutes. All right,
Okay.
just give me 15 minutes, Miss Cummings, and I'll make something happen. All right.
Good deal. Thank you.
And so yeah, 50. After 15 minutes, he's gonna come back sweating bullets, and he's like, "Okay, Miss Cummings, we have another room. All right, so it's off the books right now. We've taken a key. I put in a fake name in a book, and no one's gonna bother you for at least a day or two. Okay, all right." Sorry, we were trying to do our best, but it's
I understand. But
you know how the
I would rather sit in the I would rather sit in the hallway than sit in a dirty room.
Of course. I totally understand. Yeah, come on. I'll take you up. You all looking okay? You need something? You all look frazzled.
Yeah, we need scotch.
If you don't mind me saying, yeah. Okay, we're gonna I'll work that out. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna call down to the kitchen and I'll bring you some good Canadian whiskey up there. Right?
And a couple steaks.
Yeah. Of course. No problem. Huh? Medium rare. Well done.
Medium rare.
Right. They'll be coming up. Don't worry about it. We're all good. And he's like, he's got actually has a handkerchief. He's wiping his forehead. He's a little bit nervous. He's dressed in his fine hotel uniform. As he leads you through the service elevator up to the top, making sure that no one's in the hallway, and then brings you to another room. This is definitely a clean, brand new room, brand new linens, everything's fine. The cleaning woman is still leaving the room as you guys come by, and he snaps and gives her a wink. He says, "All good, all right. Well, here it is. We'll be sending up what you need to. All right. Okay. And so, Boothby, are you there? I'm worried about Boothby being Boothby.
Mike, that's you.
I believe Boothby may be distracted by the school event. Boothby, with lots of flop sweat, also takes out a handkerchief and starts, wiping his forehead and his wiggling jowls as he sits.
I just imagine it looks like covered in mayonnaise.
If this was a surreal horror, he'd be mayonnaise man, right? Just dripping mayonnaise.
Testing.
The stench of rancid mayonnaise filling up the room.
Oh. It just rubs his hands over people's sandwiches.
Boothby! Alright, Boothby, are you there?
Nah, he's muted.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Oscar.
Sorry for the delay.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine, Aska. It's fine. Aska, I'm going to say that after you and Rudolph Marsh, I believe, right, you were both together.
Can you hear me?
The last time we played. So I'm just going to get you into the narrative soon. Mr. Mayonnaise, Boothby, yes.
Can you hear me, Kai?
Yes, I can.
Ah, good. I've had to leave Made in Brazil.
What? Oh, is that all right? Did you do your job? Is it all cool? Was it well? Was it all right?
Oh well, they've already passed year 8, so screw them. It's meant to finish at 8. Jesus,
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
late.
it's like.
Yeah, Anderson. Anyway, Mr. Mayonnaise. As a quick aside, this is the Anthony and me thing. Man, do you remember Craig? I mean, I know you remember Craig Kidney, right? I don't know if you ever saw. Did you ever see Craig Kidney at lunchtime?
We are recording.
Okay. Oh yeah. I forgot.
This is a real person, I
As
think.
much as I like talking shit about our old classmates.
No, I'm not. It's not a bad. It's not. It's neither here nor there. He just used to really like mayonnaise. He used to put a lot of mayonnaise on everything. We were talking about mayonnaise. Like he used to like a lot of mayonnaise. He was just like dripping sandwich with mayonnaise. Right. I forgot we're recording. It's just
What?
spontaneous thing. So when we get into real deal like serious streaming, yeah, we're gonna have to like figure out our parameters here. You know.
What's the thing with Boothby and mayonnaise? Where was
Don't worry about it.
Well, he said that we made it back to the hotel room and you had flop sweat, and I said I just imagine Boothby. It looks like he's covered in mayonnaise.
Is that where we ended up in the hotel?
Yeah, that's where I decided.
Yeah. We fast forwarded after you
met you at the hotel.
Yeah.
No. After the funeral, me and you went back to the hotel to get a drink and something to eat.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
And so Bruce, eventually, whatever. After a while, Elizabeth, you will get the room service. They will bring up a bottle of scotch and some, and the steaks, and they pay
For Bruce?
You're gonna pay something. Bruce, you understand. There's just there's still transactions here, and then Bruce is gonna eventually show up to the hotel after the steaks have been eaten, of course. Antonio will show up during the steaks being served, and so Antonio will get to eat a steak. This poor Bruce Whitworth is always just out of step. He's just out of step. And Antonio, you will be rewarded for coming back to the hotel after having been dropped off by Rudolph Marsh, who has sort of freaked out. Said that Rudolph has basically told you he needs some time off. He needs to think. He needs to write this. All this stuff can't be. It's driving him mad, and so he is left you at the hotel. Since both of you deduced that the Ritz-Carlton is the most likely place where things can happen. And with a little bit of consternation and some conversation with the help, who don't remember you or respect you as much as they know Elizabeth Cummings, who is the one who pays for everything, they eventually let you in. Whitworth, they know when you eventually come in. And
could I just make an addend about Bruce?
Yeah, of course.
I just want to say that when he was in the door of the hotel, he kind of hesitated to enter. Just that.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I mean, it would have been the back door of the hotel. Here you are in your hat, your shabby suit. You've been also sweating and the sweat of anxiety and fear as you show up. Bruce, do you smoke?
I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do anything that is pleasurable. Mostly.
I don't have fun. My name is Bruce. I am no fun.
Just the facts, Sam.
He doesn't even sweat mayonnaise.
But I don't think it was about fear. If one can describe what passed through his mind during this hesitation. Well, when Bruce was woken, he obviously came back to the hotel. He had some problems between the name Elizabeth Cummins and Beth Worstein and all that, etc., that we already saw here.
Yep.
But mainly, he was in doubt about having vinculations about his friends. Hesitation not about fear, but more about being doubtful of his actions and who he's walking with. Although he's not sure if he's doing the right thing or not.
Yeah, so these doubts fill your head. I mean, certainly you should have some fear because you are put yourself in a very precarious situation as a police officer. I mean, for goodness sakes, you are, as far as you're concerned, someone who has involved themselves in a murder.
Agree.
I mean, that's a
And
great
in contact
person, but
with fear.
another law. You've actually been involved in a murder. You're of another law enforcement officer, and you've done it under just unbelievable extreme circumstances. There is no good alibi that's going to get you out of this, considering that you didn't yourself call the police. You know, you've broken every rule that you know of in terms of police procedure, in terms of what a law-abiding citizen would do. You are, an accomplice to a crime, if not a perpetrator of a crime. And so, my goodness, what a situation to be in, I must say. And so that whatever emotion runs through you as you consider the gravity of the situation. It's there, and it's not going to go away easily. As a matter of fact, Bruce, could you roll me a sanity check?
Of course I could. Hold up. 70. I succeeded. Hard success.
Okay, very good. You can steel yourself against the waves of worry and anxiety that have come. I mean, you consider not only your own career, but what this might mean to your family if the son of a senator ends up being you can imagine the headlines of corrupt and depraved police officer kills a federal treasury agent in a gangland murder. There are lots of negative consequences about this that are not only yours, but you recognize will affect your family.
Would you like a drink, Bruce?
No, thank you. Actually, I would like to know what happened with you guys. You all seem quite devastated.
Well, me and Bruce went to a funeral, and guess what happened?
Everything went south.
The fucking corpse got up and started walking around.
I don't know if I'm surprised.
As they do when we're around.
And what you guys did?
Do we know what happened to the guy once we got there, Kai? Did they re-kill him?
No. What happened? The body was moving around for a while after it fell out of the casket, and then it stopped. So that was Frederick Fayette, who was moving around. It's clear that even though everyone was frightened and scared, what looks like, I mean, we were hearing that actually, I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but the body wasn't just convulsing. I mean, it got up and walked and pushed people, and then eventually it collapsed. It must have, when you saw it, because you didn't see what actually happened. You came in the aftermath. If you remember, there was a woman who was crying and weeping in front of the body. So it eventually stopped, was what you deduce.
Okay. So, how's your thing going with the police, Bruce?
For now, I'm a free man, but I don't know it too well.
Do you think you'll need a lawyer?
I can arrange them. Do not need to worry about that, but I appreciate the offer.
My son is a lawyer.
You have a son? And that's quite news for me.
You have a son?
I have 2 sons.
Wait. How old is he?
You have 2 sons?
I have 2 sons.
Never took you for.
Do they live in Arizona? 2 sons, Arizona?
No, Mr. Boothby. My one son lives in Washington, D.C., who's the lawyer, and my other son lives in Chicago, and he's a famous boxer.
Is that so? What is the name? I might have heard about him.
Where's my backup character? Archie. Was in the other game. You didn't transfer him over.
Fist McGee.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me open up that game. Hey, is Toon back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Toon.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question before we continue. Does Elizabeth have you told him that you guys are in a hotel? Does Toon's character know about the hotel?
I know about Elizabeth's place, but if that's not the same as the hotel, then I'm not sure.
Okay. All right.
I know where Elizabeth lives. That's what.
All right. Right. And you don't know anything about that. All right. So you might, whatever you were doing, I just recall that for narrative purposes, we should somehow get in contact with Nevada Jones or something. Someone should consider that.
Boopy, you want to call Nevada?
Just said be right back.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm still here for you, Elizabeth.
Would you call Nevada?
Do you have a telephone? Oh, there's a telephone in the hotel.
Yeah. We've decided there's definitely a telephone in the rooms. So
Do I have Nevada's number? I do, don't I?
I presume. Well, Nevada was known to Elizabeth.
I give you his number.
Okay. So I pick up the hotel phone and ask to be connected to Nevada's number, which is, I don't know, what is it? Brooklyn 332 or something. Where does he live?
Manhattan.
Yeah, I believe he lives. Yeah, he lives in Manhattan.
Manhattan 116.
Yeah, Washington Heights. Yeah, okay. And so, I believe Nevada Jones. You said that you'd left the office. I mean, are you in your office or you've gone home?
I went home.
Okay, so probably Boothby, you first try the office at the university, and if there was no response. You do have his home number, and Nevada Jones is relatively well off and has right. So do you have your own phone, Nevada Jones? Is that what it is?
I
You
think
can.
so, yeah.
Okay, well, you're one of the early adopters of the cell phone. Yeah, and so your phone, rings in your home office, which is, the kitchen.
Fuck you. Okay. I go and pick up the phone.
And yeah,
Jones, is that you? Hello, Jones.
Yes, that's me.
Jones, operator.
Yes, it's me.
Oh, there you are. Are you busy, Jones?
Of course, but maybe I can make some time for you.
Well, I'm just here with Cummings in the. Where are we? We're in the Waldorf still.
of course, yes. You're in the Ritz Carlton.
Oh, the Ritz Carlton. That's right. Jones, we're in the Ritz Carlton. I wonder, would you mind awfully popping over here? We're trying to get our head around these bizarre things that are going on. Could do with another brain, don't you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you know any other brains, bring them with you.
For you, I can always make an exception now. Elizabeth is there as well, you said?
Yes. We're in her suite. It's under the name of Elizabeth. What's the suite under the name of?
I don't know. Just tell them to ask for what the fuck was his name? That Italian's name? Freddie. Ask for
Freddie.
Freddie
Ask
knows where I am.
Jones, go around to the kitchen and ask for Freddie. Describe Elizabeth, and he'll know what you're talking about.
Okay. I will. I'll see you guys in a bit. Then I'm gonna head over now.
Okay. See you then.
So, Bruce, what's your plan? What's your how are you approaching your situation?
I'm trying to approach, rather. I actually don't know. I actually have no idea how to get away with that.
So the issue is that they believe that you murdered the man in the mall.
Well, I actually admitted that I shot the man, and consequently caused his death. So, yeah, it's a case of murder now.
Oh, I have an idea.
What do you mean?
So you remember how everybody was kind of during the first situation where that man got his head blown off? Remember? And people were saying it was a misdiagnosis, right? What
Okay.
if we get the trumpet player to come in and play his tune in the hospital, and then we have witnesses seeing that man gets up and walks around, and then he can't be dead. And if he's not dead, then you didn't murder him.
I don't know if that's right. We're literally playing with the corpse of someone that is dead.
It's just an idea.
I don't know, Camus.
With all this
It's
crazy
in-
magic mumbo jumbo going on, I mean, this isn't the first corpse or the second corpse I've seen walk around.
I need to think. And I leave the room.
Okay.
Poopy, what do you think of that plan? And Antonio, what do you think?
So, I didn't quite get the plan.
So, Bruce is being accused of murdering a
Yeah, I understood that part, but what? We're calling the lawyer, helping
no.
which.
No.
No?
We're not getting a lawyer. We're gonna find the black trumpet player to play his tune in the morgue to wake up that corpse.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
Cool.
I thought we were getting a lawyer, then I got confused.
Oh,
So, okay.
I asked him if he wanted a lawyer. He said no. But
Alright.
this is
I mean,
my plan. This is a side plan. Just thinking that something happens every time that trumpet player plays. He makes the dead walk. So maybe if he plays his tune in the morgue and people witness it, then you can't murder something that's not dead, right?
I mean, that's true. That sounds actually like a good idea. Um,
How are we going to find it?
What did Buffy say?
How are we going to find Leroy Jenkins?
We have information on where Leroy is.
Well, actually, Aska, funny enough, right? Before you were dropped off here,
Mm-hmm.
Marsh, what you had done with Marsh is you were driving that crazy car and backing yourself out of that funeral procession during all that traffic. You
Yeah.
probably scratched the car and you might have dented a couple others. But you were able to track his movements to a bar just a little bit off the main drag in Harlem.
Of the trumpetman you're talking about, right?
Yes. Yeah. Rudolph, passed the alleyway and saw him walking into a bar.
What was the name of the bar?
No idea. It was just down an alley. I mean, let's be. Yeah. So obviously it was a speakeasy, right? It was a.
Okay.
It was. You don't know, but you remember Rudolph telling you what he saw.
Well, I think I might know where we could find our trumpetman. Down an alley close to here, I saw him entering one of these speakeasies. I think I could lead you there.
See?
We could.
Now we have a plan.
Exactly. We can wait for him to come there. We can stop him and, I don't know, make an agreement, maybe? Depends. Any question
No,
on the plan?
no.
Okay.
Boopy,
What's
what do
that?
you think of the plan?
What do I think of the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a long shot, but it might just work.
Mike, do you know what the plan is?
Yeah, we're going to go to the speakeasy that we don't know the name of, find the trumpet player that we can't remember the name of, and take him to the morgue that we don't know how to get into, and get him to play a tune that we don't know how to play, and hope that it brings somebody back to life. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. It
Do you think?
sounds easy when you say it.
Do you think that the magic is in the player, in the melody, or in the instrument,
I believe
or
it's a
in the
little
man?
of everything. Because the research we did, something has to do with a weird trumpet that has more than the normal stoppers. Was in some lore that someone found.
All right.
Has an extra stopper.
Maybe the owner of the speakeasy might know something about this trumpet guy. Since he's a magical dude, I don't think he's going to pass without leaving a trace.
And the way Leroy was, I don't know if he even knows what he's doing. He just might be gifted.
Mm. So,
If we can talk him into playing for the corpses in the morgue, yeah, that's how we'll word it. We want them to do like a New Orleans send off for the corpses in the morgue.
A benefit gig.
So
Are you suggesting he's gifted in the educational sense?
No, meaning like he's got a special gift. Not that he's dumb.
I see.
So, what do you think a good offer for this poor black kid would be? $100?
Whose $100 is this?
It's definitely not your $100, BP.
Well, then it's definitely a bargain. I concur.
Okay. Alright, so let's go to this speakeasy. Somebody want to go in the bedroom and get
I'll lead the
loose?
way. Oh right. I don't want. I don't know.
Are we going to wait for Jones?
Oh yeah, we have to wait for Jones.
Exactly. Let's take it easy at the moment.
What is Jones playing at? Did I not tell him to rush over here?
I am rushing. The image is holding me back. I don't know where he is, but he'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, my back is hurting.
It's
Was
called
that
getting
in
old.
character or out of character?
Out of character.
You need one of those fancy chairs that Yuri's got.
Oh yeah, that's just really good, man. Amazing for the back. Swear to God.
To be fair, sitting on a very poor chair. Probably has more to do with the fact that I just got done basketball training.
You know, you don't exactly need a chair. You just need something that helps your lumbar. You know, the lower part of. If you get something between the chair and your back in that exact position, man, it gets way better. You sit straight for long hours, no problem.
No, you know what your mistake is? Your mistake is going to basketball training.
When really,
Being healthy, that's a mistake.
Drinking alcohol, right?
Unless a basketball is a cocktail I'm not aware of.
Or a new type of weed that we are not aware of too.
Hey, we don't mess with that kind of stuff here in the Netherlands.
Netherlands? Are you Danish?
Yeah, I'm Dutch.
Oh, you're Dutch. I thought you were Danish.
No, I'm Dutch.
Shakespeare has a really good joke about the Netherlands in Comedy of Errors, but I'll have to dig it out and send it to you. It's quite funny.
I'll be greatly awaiting that.
Yeah, I'll try and dig it out for you. He's basically he compares. They're comparing all the countries in Europe to parts of a woman's body, and then the guy says, "What about the Netherlands?" And he goes, "Oh, I didn't go that low."
I will say that's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, Shakespeare.
I imagine where Italy is in this sum.
I can't remember what Italy was, but Spain was the breath. So, Toon, do you like your cycling?
You know what? I cannot even argue against that. I cycle basically everywhere for the most part, but I do not like cycling. Actually,
No. You
No.
do
Really?
it, but you
I
don't like
fucking
it.
hate cycling.
Well, that's convenient.
But it's such an easy way to get around. I just don't find it enjoyable at all. It's just a means of transportation for me. It's like I just don't get people who go and cycle on their weekends for fun.
So, I'm guessing you don't own any Lycra.
You know, I have a really shitty bike, so that's also why.
So I presume your legs are also
Like
not
a
shaven.
triangle.
Oh, I do not have. Yeah, my legs are not not shaven. No,
What about your chest?
my chest is also not shaven, but I don't really need to shave my chest. I'll be honest, I'm Dutch.
And
And also prepubescent. So
Fuck you.
anyway,
Goddamn.
Oh,
so
You must know some good Belgian jokes.
Oh yes, that's true.
one of our best, one of my best buddies here, and Michael D's like those. He's Renz. He's Belgian, and he is a cyclist, amongst other things. He really likes cycling.
Yeah,
But,
it's good cycling country, isn't it? Good cycling country, isn't it?
Brazil. I mean, I guess if you get out of the city and not get hit by a car, I guess it's all right.
Sao Paulo is terrible for cycling.
well,
So anyway, so where are we? Oh no, Anthony just left real quick. Okay, so just well
I'm
before
back.
Anthony comes back. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is the game plan here? What have you guys decided to do?
Well, I'm still running to that fucking thing.
We're waiting for Nevada Jones to arrive, and then we're going to go to the speakeasy.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
and I didn't hear the plan because I'm out of the room.
Where were you? In the toilet?
No. I went out of the room.
yeah, he had to have a moment to himself. He was getting all miffed. So eventually Bruce must come back, right? And you hear them debating.
Yeah,
about,
when Avadas comes up the elevator, I came up.
Yeah.
I came in with him.
okay.
So I say, Bruce, good to see you again. We've got a plan. Let's go and cheer ourselves up. We know a speakeasy that does non-alcoholic cocktails.
Yes.
Come with us.
Good.
We'll forget. Tomorrow is another day. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. I think I could use some fun. Thank you, guys. So, who are you going to watch in this speakeasy?
We don't know. Who knows where the speakeasy is?
I know where the speakeasy is. I can bring
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, because
We're following Antonio.
Yeah.
if you no, finish up, Antonio. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, we're just waiting for Nevada Jones. Then as soon as she arrives, we can go.
So, just a reminder that one of the things that happened is that you followed, you were following the Turner for a while. And actually, the first place that he ended up stopping was a cemetery. And you remember where the cemetery was. It was a little while off. It might even been where the funeral procession itself was heading. And before you actually found him and saw him go back to Lenox Avenue and the major areas of the Harlem Strip. To put that in perspective. But yeah, eventually you guys, I mean, this is now some hours later, let's just be honest. And you eventually are going to get to, you're going to drive all the way uptown, take yourselves up past Central Park again, and get yourself up St. Nicholas Avenue, and you will be heading into the heart of Harlem. And you will from your memory, you've got a pretty decent memory. But I would like you to roll a.
All right. So Nevada Jones is going to show up to the hotel, and there's nobody's going to be there.
No, you already showed up. Nevada
Oh, okay,
Jones.
sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you went with me.
Yeah, Bruce already met you at the elevator, essentially.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, while you're driving, it's going to take you a little while to get uptown. Does anyone want to tell Nevada Jones anything?
I suppose that's the no.
Nevada, you have a nice hat.
Thank you very much. I take good care of it.
Okay. Yeah, Nevada, you're actually driving right back uptown, back to where you live. Funny enough, you came here sweating and riding the streetcars and taking a subway, and got yourself to this kind of smelly back area of the hotel where all the garbage is piled up and the kitchen wastes are thrown out. It's probably stepped in some rotting vegetables as you came up on the back of the hotel on a loading dock, and slipped some cash into the hands of some of the people you met in this backdoor area as soon as you kind of started mentioning Elizabeth Cummings' name, and got yourself up to this beautiful room. Of course, really nice. This was a Ritz-Carlton, understand. You didn't come into the front, but my goodness, the Ritz-Carlton is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's, what kind of finances does someone have to be paying for the Ritz-Carlton? But then this seemed a bit strange, you coming into the back and being asked for a little bit of grease in the palms to get you up. And they did take you up the service elevator. As a matter of fact, they put on a chef's coat on you, like a white sort of servant's coat. Told you to put your hat inside of the food tray that they were putting up.
God damn it.
Before they got you to the room where everyone. Just so you know.
Just so I know that I look like a fucking what do you call it, cook right now.
I mean, you did until you got to the room and they told you to take the coat off.
Yeah.
That's all. And they seem to be looking around very shiftily. Then you were whisked away, all the way back home, almost, after all that travel. Whew. At least it's fun being in a car, isn't it?
It's a lot better than being in a stinky subway, I'll tell you that.
So, eventually, you guys are going to get up to Harlem, like I said, and could you roll me, can you actually, Antonio Esposito, can Antonio Esposito please roll me a education check?
Oh, education, okay. I was ready for... Okay. Fuck this. I'm too used to Marvel style.
Would have been awesome in Marvel.
Wrong speakeasy.
Yeah, you kind of remember, and you're on the street, but you don't think you park
Can
the
I
car.
push the roll?
You push the roll, but if you push the roll, what's going to happen is this. You could push the roll because you're asking around. And your group of don't look like you belong in Harlem, if you start asking for where the illegal bar is, you might get someone unhappy.
Well, if I push, I wouldn't... Oh, it's a failure, not a critical failure.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know if that actually maybe education was the right one. I was trying to say, like, do you remember the layout of the land? Do you recall?
What I would do is, like, I don't know, maybe asking around, I don't know. I don't know, can't, like, we get a map of the place, or, like, ask for indication of maybe some nearby shop that I saw, goes to the speakeasy or like describe?
Sure. I
Okay.
mean, sure, but I'm just saying if you push it, the consequences will be that someone's going to think you're being snoopy. Like, you're asking too many questions at the wrong time of the day. You're the wrong type of people to be here.
Okay.
That's all. And one of you looks like a cop.
Okay.
Is that me?
Yes, Boothby, it's you.
What do the party members think, since this is something that would like have a consequence on everyone? Should I push it at this point?
I give Antonio $5 and see if that'll help with his asking.
Okay. So it's a lot of money. All right. So okay. I believe that'll help. I'm gonna say that instead of being a hard, it'll bring it down to a regular.
Oof. Okay.
Because think about it, you are trying to ask. I mean, I know it's hard, but you're trying to ask in the middle of the daylight, random people where there's illegal places.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You could be cops. People might not want to talk to you because they'll think that they're trying to get arrested. Like you're trying to catch them in a sting. You guys look like a bunch of a odd collection of basically white guys and one elegant white woman.
Yeah. All right. I'll push it. I would say.
All right.
I'm scared.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay to
Come
be
on.
scared, Antonio.
Man.
It's okay to be scared. Now, where the fuck is this speakeasy?
Yeah, so you spread a little bit of love around with some dollar bills and ask some questions. You're not too far away. You're about 2-3 blocks away. You kind of you remembered the wrong store at the corner. It was a grocery store, not a pharmacy. But you asked some questions. The money helped, and no one gets a little bit too nervous. Yeah, and so eventually, it's one of the guys. The last person you ask is like, yeah, come on, I'll take you over there. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I mean, it's not really one of the best ones, and but I'm gonna tell you something. Normally it's not a place that people like you would go. But do what you like. And
What do you mean people like me?
All right.
And
so we arrived at the speakeasy.
He means
Yeah,
handsome, Boopy. Handsome.
And so it's a bit like
Cummings, did you tell Jones the plan?
What plan?
No?
Oh, did you tell Whitworth the plan?
What plan?
I did not tell anybody a plan. I told you
Okay. Good. Fine. Let's leave it as that.
No, we're not. What? Are we here for the trumpet player?
Well, the trumpet player is behind all this craziness, so we might as well talk to him, right?
Right. But what are we going to talk with him?
Hey, that's an awesome trumpet you got there. How come every time you play, dead people show up?
Okay.
Yeah, we might actually just pay him for his service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can ask this kind of questions.
and so
How much would it be for you to do a concert for us?
In the morgue.
And where?
Maybe in the hospital. Who knows?
Wait,
Hospital, yeah, that's what I meant, hospital.
wait. You got already decided what to do?
No, we haven't even talked to him yet.
Come on!
We don't even know what his name is.
His name's Leroy.
Yeah, he told me that.
Well,
Leroy Jenkins.
you're already.
Leroy Jenkins.
You guys already decided to resurrect the dead man, to desecrate the body.
No. We're here to talk with the trumpet.
Yeah, but we were thinking of taking the guy to the hospital.
Maybe if he's up for it, maybe he'll go and do a little New Orleans funeral for the dead
For
bodies
Christ!
in the hospital.
For Christ's sake, can you guys please have a little bit of respect for him alive? Come on. I know where I am with my head in the stake of this one. But let's have a bit of respect for dead people, okay? We have been failing in that for the following months.
Bruce, it could be a way to get you out of your current situation.
I know, but it's not right. Okay, it's not right. The body problem.
Is any of this right? Was it right when we went up there to the farmhouse and there were dead things walking all around and trying to get us and kill us? There's a lot of fucked up things in the world. Maybe we could use some of these fucked up things for good.
And how you consider it good? Because last time we checked, we have to sacrifice like one woman to get what we wanted.
Wait, sacrificing women? What's happening here?
Well, we didn't exactly sacrifice, but someone here, not going to say the name Cummings, said that a woman that was neighbor of the house could go up the ceiling to see the creature, and happen to die in the sequence.
Oh, I don't see the relevance here.
The relevance is why you guys have no respect for human life, for human bodies, for people.
That woman came brandishing a shotgun.
Oh, and then we
she
just
was very hostile.
and just because he
I
was
don't remember a
hostile,
woman. I remember a spider.
and just because a woman was hostile, we should just put her in the front and let her die in the way she did, dragged by a monster, cut in half.
Would you rather that been one of us?
I would have put myself in that place, but I would have done better. I wouldn't have let her go up. Okay, I wouldn't.
Listen here, Sonny. You know what? I'm not giving up myself for anybody. I'm not dying to anybody. I am here to save myself and get some money in the process, yeah? I know I'm helping you guys right now, but that's because the beautiful Elizabeth is with you. Talking all this people about sacrifice, we should not be killing people, innocent people, I agree with you, but if there's no other way for us to escape, then that's the way.
But that's the problem. There was a way. Not letting her, explaining the things, talking with people. You guys have been acting like you were Black Ops. Trying to... and a dirty Black Ops. Now you guys want to get the guy that resurrected dead people. This guy probably has a terrible life. He's probably cursed. We should think him priorly of helping him. And you guys are thinking of resurrecting a dead person to get me out of jail. I appreciate the weird thing, but that's the wrong thing to doing things. Wrong way to doing things.
I guess I agree with you, but still, we need to save our own lives before we care about others.
So, what's your plan?
My life is not in risk.
What's your plan to get yourself out of jail, and what's your plan for what we're gonna do with Trump?
I don't know. I don't have to think about that right now. First, we have to solve this guy in life. Okay, we have to help him first. We don't know if it's him, the trumpet, or I don't know. As I said, he might be cursed. We can think about my life later, okay? I have friends. I can ask for help later, okay?
Are you sure?
I am, okay? Let's focus on the right thing to do. Then I solve my life, okay? It's just me at risk. It's not a big deal. I can deal with that. I know the system.
So we're still out of the speakeasy. We didn't enter yet, right?
No, this is all happening during the ride to it, or it's all things that have happened before you walk up to the speakeasy, or while you're walking to the speakeasy.
All right.
Or maybe you're standing outside of the alleyway where the speakeasy is, after the local resident that you paid off led you here.
All right.
So we go there, we talk with Leroy nicely, and try to help him. After we solve out this problem, we can think about my situation with the justice system, the judiciary system, okay?
All right.
Let's think. Who's the most diplomatic among us? I think it might be me.
You know, I could always seduce somebody if needed.
I could fix their car.
It's a man.
I don't want to be rude, but remember that time you had to talk on the phone and convince someone to find a book?
That's true. Okay. Who's gonna persuade him then? Shouldn't be me.
Look, I can be quite persuasive sometimes. But I know there's someone, Cummings, he's the one that's better with talking.
I am quite good at talking.
If you guys prefer, I can initiate the conversation. If everything goes
Quite
south.
flashing the green as well.
I do have green as well.
Great. Let's do it like this way. I start the conversation. If I fail and things start going a little complicated, then Cummins can interfere. And anyone else I think that it has a good idea or good argument.
I think maybe help rather than interfere.
Look, the guy, it's a black man. He has had his amount of problem, as we all had. So when we approach him, let's not look like a gang. Approach it as a block. It's gonna be threatening. No one likes that.
Do you think that the African American man would want to talk with a policeman?
I'm not a policeman currently.
Yeah, but you look like a policeman.
You smell like one too.
I don't know if I take that as a compliment, but I'm gonna take as such. So,
Probably shouldn't.
Cummins, so could you start the conversation? Maybe they both be with you or Antonio. And then we come at the location, the conversation later.
What was the first bit of the plan again?
Get in to speak easy, have a nice time, and later talk with Leroy and find out how we can help him.
Yeah, go into the speakeasy, have a good time. Good. Let's go.
But please do not abuse the alcohol if you have to talk to the person.
Kyle, while this is going on, like, and they're having a good time, you see me suddenly get really excited about having a good time, and then you just see me, like, grinding my gears about if this is acceptable to the university or not.
Well, you know.
And then I realize it is not, but, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
if they don't catch me, they don't catch me, you know.
This isn't the Cotton Club. You know, you're going to be heading down into a back alley, literally, and down. You know, what they're pointing is just down some garbage-strewn back alley. You see a tall man, the silhouette of a tall man, smoking a cigarette standing somewhere in that random back alley. But I mean, it's not like you haven't been at these kind of places before. You like these places. This is really hopping. This is where the real deal happens. If it's a black and tan, then this is what you love. Not those upscale whites only places, but you really get to jam, get down. That's hip. That's part of your adventurous side.
I also part of my booze side.
You lose 2,000 experience points for yawning. I'm just kidding.
Fuck. It's fucking 1 a.m. Fuck off.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't realize how late it was for you. But okay. And so, so after this conversation, like I say, yeah, you guys see it, and you head down in the alley, and there's a tall, well-built African American man with a simple coat. Actually, not coat. It's hot. It's hot out here. So he's wearing suspenders and a white shirt. That white shirt is already, you can see it's sticking to his skin from the sweat. He's got a golfer's cap and he's smoking a cigarette. And as he hears you walking down the alley, he turns to you. He's broad-shouldered. He would be shorter than Marsh if he was here. Marsh is quite tall, but the man looks like he can lift heavy boxes if needed. And he grits his teeth a little bit as he sees you coming. And, like he sort of stares momentarily. It sounds like he catches himself, and he turns away very quickly. He turns his back to you, and he just puts his hand against the wall and just starts smoking a cigarette.
Who's going to go up to him? Elizabeth, you're pretty. Go talk to him.
I walk over to him. Say, would you like to buy a lady a drink?
He turns around, and he's a handsome young guy. He looks down at you, and I wouldn't know where to get no drinks around here, ma'am. Miss, he says. He says, miss. And he's like, miss, no, sir, not me. I'm just sitting here smoking. Would I know anything about that? And he looks over your shoulder, and he looks over at, everyone else. No, not me. No.
Ooh, what you smoking on?
Oh, just he tamps it out like in his hand real quick. Just some down home tobacco. That's all. Right? Yeah, you can smell it. He's smelling. He's
reefer.
Yeah. There's definitely he's like smoking like a blunt sort of stuff, like a little cigar reefer mix there. I mean, I should say tobacco reefer mix.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say reefer?
Yeah.
Or he's like, you see his eyes go wide, and he looks at the men behind you. He's like, no, miss, I don't know nothing about that. No.
Stop looking at them. I don't even know who they are.
They ain't with you.
Let me buy you a drink. My name is Beth.
Well, good to meet you, Beth.
Classic Toad moment where he says somebody's name that he's not supposed to say.
My name's Frank. Yeah.
That is a handsome name.
And he smiles, just like an excited, but he's still like he's eyeing you. He's trying to look at you and smile, but you can still see him dart his eyes towards the four men. And he's like, what's it all about? I mean,
I hook him by the arm and I start leading him towards the bar.
okay. All right. Roll. This is very good, but please roll me a charm. And I'll give you advantage on that.
Is that a 10?
No, because you rolled a 0. Right? So that's... Yeah, so that... What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, that would have been a 10. So that would have been a 9. So that doesn't make sense. What the hell happened there?
Good one. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually don't know what that means, right? You rolled a... Because normally you roll a... If you roll a... You can't roll a 0. So I should have rolled a 9 through.
I just did it again.
Yeah? What's going on there? Whoa! There's something broken. Something's wrong. Anyway, it doesn't. You're successful anyway. It's okay. He seems nervous at the beginning, but he looks around and you put him at ease, and he's like, "Well, I'm supposed to be walking the door here and all, but well, pretty woman wants to buy me a drink. It's hard to say no, right?" And he's like, kind of how whispers, "You showed those men will be all right," and then none of them. Now look, look, I don't want no trouble. You trying to catch me in something? There's no trouble here, right?
No trouble at all.
Well, we don't get a lot of you folks around here, but I mean, I don't
So is
mean
this
like
guy
that.
just the doorman guy?
Yeah, he seems just like well, I mean, he's like a big, he's a beefy,
all
strong
right. So
dude.
we're still outside. All right. I thought
Yeah,
we were inside.
No. He was
Leroy. Okay.
no, it's not Leroy. This is in the alley.
Okay.
So I saw it. I saw it a few minutes ago. This guy is in the alley. He's a big, tall, he's a dude with white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's essentially watching the door to this place.
Yeah.
Right. Because what's going to happen?
Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Everything's all real, totally nice. All right. Well, let's go inside. And, so he's basically standing by a stairway that's leading down at the side of this building, this alleyway, and it's not very clean. But he takes you down, and there's a metal door, and he knocks.
Do I need to roll to see if I can get down the staircase?
No, it's okay. You get down the staircase. It's narrow, a bit grimy, but it's fine. And he says, "Hey, we got some customers, and I'm coming in." And yeah, the door opens. You hear kind of a chain clanging, possibly against some kind of handle. The sound of metal against metal, and you get let in. There's a man there, another African American man, fat, big fat guy smoking a cigar, balding. Frank, everything all right? He's like, yeah. Yeah, we got some guests, and so he takes you down. I mean, this place is not as nice as the last place you were in. The hallway is narrow. You go into this room. It's a small room, right? This isn't a big place at all. It's a very simple, kind of almost like a temporary bar, some stools, just 2 or 3 tables, a tiny little stage. It's hot down here. There's those flycatcher strips hanging down from the ceiling. A couple flies going around. There's a metal fan that's blowing. It's a bit steamy down here. There's only one man at the bar. He's dressed in a very rumpled-looking suit, and there is some kind of musical instrument case on the stool next to him. And,
Pretty place, ain't it? Is there any trace of the trumpet man? Like, do we see him? Maybe he's playing in the background.
He just
Or...
said that there's a guy sitting there with a crumpled suit and an instrument case next to him.
Yeah. So that you could deduce that the man who's at the bar, who's tall, is an he's obviously a black man with his back turned to you, because he said, it's the way you walk in, you don't see him, but he's got there's an instrument case, like a music instrument case next to him.
So I walk over to him and I say, I don't suppose you know where I might be able to find a trumpet player around here, do you?
And when you walk up to him, you see that he's got a small picture frame in his hand. He's holding.
Can I see what's in the frame?
Yeah, because you walk over, and the light down here is dim, right? There's 2 or 3 flickering incandescent bulbs that are turned on. And, when you walk over to him, he's just sort of hunched over. He's got a drink in his hand. It's a double of something. And, this is what you see.
So I say to him, can I buy you another double something?
And, he seems to be lost in reverie. And so doesn't even realize when you come and saddle up next to him until the moment you talk, and he jumps, right? And jumps like just completely startled. He spills a bit of the drink, on the bar as he reacts to you. He's like, well, excuse me. Who are you?
Ruth Bigrafo, pleased to meet you. And you are?
Well, good to meet you. My name's Leroy. Leroy Turner. Wow, I didn't expect that.
That's a beautiful, beautiful woman there.
And he you say that, and he looks at you, and he's like, he grabs it anxiously, and he opens up the musical case. Like, he picks up the musical case, he puts it on the bar, and he opens it, and he puts it. God, sorry, I just got the hiccups.
When he opens the case, can I see something in the case?
Oh, absolutely. You can see something in the case. My God, it's gonna take us the worst possible time. Yeah, you see in the yellowing orange light of the incandescent bulbs this strange trumpet. Its texture is odd, reptilian almost, because of the weird, fractures along its surface. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to get the water in a second. And you immediately recognize it for the fact that it's got these 4 valves on it. And he throws the photo in, and he closes it, and he's like, well, excuse me, that, well, it ain't important, nothing. So I'm sorry. And and now that you're here, like, he won't, now he, like, you started him, but now he won't look in the eyes, like, looking down, and he just picks up his drink.
Well, that's a hell of an instrument you've got there. I'm a kind of a aficionado myself. Can I buy you another?
Well, say I ain't gonna say no. Buy another.
What's your poison?
This here's some whiskey. Oh, it ain't no good kind. Oh, we don't really have no good kind here. But if you don't mind drinking it,
What's the best kind they have here, Leroy?
and the bartender behind the bar pipes up. An older, middle-aged African-American man with a mustache and a beard, some spectacles, and a close-cropped hair. He's dressed in a nice shirt and tie. He was standing by the fan, and he's like, "Well, we got ourselves a special bottle of Seagram's over from Canada. It's, not too many people ask for that one, but
Why don't you give me the whole bottle? And Leroy, let me introduce you to my good friend, Miss Cummings. She's a fellow musical aficionado as well. We're kind of looking to promoting some concerts around here, and we're looking for talented musicians."
And he's like, he looks at you and he looks around and he sees the whole group of you, probably coming closer now, and he sort of, you see a look of fear in his eyes momentarily, just a moment of anxiety, and the African American bartender, and he looks at, "Hey, Frank, everybody here all right?" And Frank shakes his head. Well, yes, sir. These fine customers here are on the up and up, I think. On this very kind woman would like to buy me a drink. So why don't you call me one?
To Cummings, show him the green, for Christ's sake. Oh, Cummings, for the love of God, woman. You want this man to play in your morgue, don't you?
No, Bruce doesn't want that.
I baking powder.
And you.
Bruce doesn't want to do it that way, so we're not going to do it that way. We just got to talk to this young man.
So how much money do you think I've got in my pocket?
I mean, you've got some money.
I slap whatever I have down on the bar, and say,
well, it's going to be a bit more than. It's going to be a bit more than that, sir. Now,
how much will this buy?
Well, please, we gotta. Wow, he pours out. Well, it's a couple of shots worth. I can pour that out, but this is hard to come by, sir. But there's plenty of you. I'm sure you can all pay. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but this is business, and we're happy to serve you.
Just serve me and my man Leroy here. The others can sort themselves out, I'm sure.
Okay, yes, sir. Of course. And he pours you. Leroy's like, well, thank you. Actually, and he speaks a bit slower than I should say than the bartender. He doesn't. His accent's a bit more southern, reality. Right? It's like, well, I gotta thank you for buying me a drink here. If you don't appreciate now, if you don't mind me.
What type of southern he is?
Ooh, I mean, you're guessing he's. Man, like where are you from originally, Elizabeth?
Georgia.
All right. So I think Let's give me an intelligence roll.
I'm gonna add 2
Good.
block to that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you think he's from Mississippi.
Okay. Mississippi.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he turns around. He goes, "Oh, excuse me,
You're from Mississippi.
ma'am. Well, yeah. You gotta go here, ma'am. Or I see you are also from from the south, ma'am.
Do you want to guess where I'm from?
I don't know. Maybe Oh, I'm no good with all that, ma'am. I'm sorry. My ears are good for music.
I'll make it easy for you. I love peaches.
Oh, he slaps his hand. Oh well. I want to go say Georgia, man.
I was going to guess the Ukraine.
And he looks at you. Ukraine. Where is that? There ain't no state called Ukraine. Is that a new state? Something? Ukraine? What are you talking about?
Kinda.
Well, you must be from Boston or something. I can't understand what you say very well, sir.
I have traveled a long way, Leroy, to find a musician of your quality. And you would honor me greatly if you would consent to play at the concerts that we are arranging for the needy in the hospitals of our very state.
And he looks, it's like he takes a drink. And one of the things you notice is like his breath smells of liquor. He's been here a while. His eyes have that glazed over look from someone who's been drinking for a long time. He scratches himself actually, and it's like, I'm a bit confused, sir. I really don't know what none of that mean. I never had no one ask me to go play for no hospital. You see, well, I'm just a player here when the music joins.
Well, Leroy, there are many people in our state that suffer greatly, and music is a great liberator, isn't it? Music really lifts the soul, and I do believe I may have heard your music before. Your face rings a bell. I really you remind me of something. Did you play for the now the name is coming to me, the George Malone triplets?
Well, yeah, yes, I did. So yes, I did. I did
knew it. I knew it, and I know you're a very talented musician, and I think your music would lift the spirits of the invalids of our county. What say you, Leroy?
Well, maybe I guess I'm going to get paid, but I don't know, sir. I've been these last couple of days have been something all right. You see, I'm a bit. I don't know, sir. Your offer is well, I don't really understand it, but don't know why man like you would want some.
I think you're definitely going to lift the spirits.
Maybe not a hospital.
Well, you know,
too much for you. What do you think if we pay you to play in a private party? With more stable
in a
corpses.
private hospital.
And he turns to you now that Bruce. That like at first it was just you, and now Bruce comes in, and he's kind of getting nervous. What is all about? Wait a minute.
Oh, do excuse my colleague Leroy. This is Mr. Whitworth, our business manager, and he loves your music as well. He's very keen for you to play for many of our invalids who for whom music would be a real blessing, I believe.
I don't know. I don't know. You understand? My last couple of days have not been real good. I've been playing trumpet for 10 years, and I ain't had no bad days like this. I had some bad days in my life, let me tell you, but no, not that like this.
Well,
That's what I've been doing. A couple days called trouble.
Exactly the kind of experience we're looking for, Leroy. 10 years playing the trumpet like you. My goodness, there is no better candidate. And
Booby, don't you hear that this man is under duress? Why don't you unburden yourself, Leroy, and tell us what's been going on with you?
And then that's when right, this is the same day. And you hear Frank, the doorman. He's like, he takes a shot and he's kind of half listening. I was drinking. He's arguing with the bartender. He's like, all right, I'll go back by the door. I was like, what? He overhears. He was like, well, there been some trouble, huh? Huh, Leroy? Well, just last night there was some big trouble. Last where you played, and I hear there's some crazy mess going on this morning at the funeral. Well, that's what he's talking about. Man, you got something on going on. I don't know what it is, Turner, but you got something going on.
maybe
So
here's
watch yourself.
the best place to talk, Cummings. Maybe Leroy here would like to come and discuss this elsewhere. What do you say, Leroy?
Well, I won't finish my drink here if you don't mind. But,
We have plenty finer drink elsewhere if you'd like to bring it with you, Leroy.
And roll a persuasion check here.
Hey, I don't know if he's
I might
actually
propose-
allowed in the.
Yeah. You have to understand this is the 1920s, and you're also scaring him. Roll a persuasion check. You're scaring him.
Yeah, it's kind of like, hey, you want to go downtown and talk with us white people for a little while?
Yeah. So no, you kind of like you're freaking. He's freaked out. He's like, look. I don't know what you want with me. Look, I'm just a trumpet player, all right. I know you say lifting spirits. That's what Mr. Armstrong said when he gave me this trumpet. He said I was going to lift spirits. I was going to wake the dead with this trumpet. That's what he said to me when he gave it to me.
Louis Armstrong gave you that trumpet?
Yes, ma'am. I swear to my heart, by my mother's grave, he gave me this heart. Yes, he did. Wow.
When did he give you this trumpet?
Well, he just some weeks ago he gave me this trumpet. Just a couple days before, I was just playing with no scratch band and don't do nothing. I was just playing as a juke joint here, not too far, and then no worse than this place, and then nothing. Mr. Armstrong, he came to me in the alley. He came to me and he gave me this trumpet. My God, my Lord, on my grave, I swear it. Continue.
Oh, okay. So before all your troubles, you was playing with a normal trumpet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I was. It was a different trumpet, but Lord, this trumpet given to me by Louis Armstrong himself. He told me to my face that he said, Leroy, you are such a good player that I want you to have one of my horns. I mean, Louis Armstrong. I mean, look, I don't know if your white people know who that man is. I'm glad that you do, but he's really gonna be. He's one of the greatest. And he gave it to me, and he said that my luck was gonna change. Gave it the trumpet on the spot. And he said my luck was gonna change. And he showed me. I knew it looked good, but
now,
yeah.
Leroy, just because he said your luck was gonna change, that doesn't mean it was gonna change for the good.
Well, how can it? What do you mean? And he opens up his trumpet case.
Well, there's such things as bad luck, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I know, ma'am. Bad luck been following me around all my whole life. I know that.
And it's been a lot worse since you started playing with this trumpet.
Well, some strange things been happening. Yeah, I would agree. I ain't gonna say that they ain't been. But man, what you looking at? And he's like, he yells at the bartender. Man, Vance, get yourself. This is not part of your conversation. Well, get yourself to clean them glasses and bring me another drink. This man's paying. And he downs the double. Like he's barely drinking. He just downs that double and says, "That's right, pour me another one." Well, these rich white people paying, and you're gonna pour me.
Leroy, I believe that the trumpet might have been given to you, not by Louis Armstrong, but maybe by the devil himself.
And he looks at you. He's like, "What you? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. I moved with Louis Armstrong himself. I saw it. I mean, what do you mean the devil take? Nah, man, none of that stuff real, man. The devil, but that can't be. I mean, I'm going to say that Louis Armstrong looked kind of weird that night. Right? It was in an alley. It was dark. His eyes were real dark. Real dark. There's no light shining. Like they were black or something. You know what I mean? Like black, like midnight. Normally, it was just...
And you've met Mr. Armstrong before?
No, who the hell is this man? Well, no.
Who the hell is this man?
I'm sorry. I mean, sir, I didn't mean no disrespect. He looks down. He's like, I didn't mean no disrespect. I didn't mean, no, never, sir. Never. I never met Louis Armstrong, Mr. Louis Armstrong before, sir.
I'm just a bit disappointed you don't remember me. I wished you a great show before, but
I'm terribly sorry. I failed to introduce my friends, Miss Cummings, Mr. Jones, Mr. Esposito, and Mr. Whitworth. I do apologize. They're all quite outstanding people, I assure you.
I am sorry for sounding so upset, Mr. Turner.
Did anyone that talked to? Oh, right. And he looks at you.
I told you the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, good. You okay? And he looks at you. He's like, "Oh, yeah. I'll remember you now. Why, you were at the juke joint last night, weren't you? I saw you all know about the 3 Malone triplets. Yeah, that's right."
I'm just gonna flash him a great big smile.
Yo, with the Sugar Club. Right. I remember you were sitting with a really rude man. Didn't let me through.
I assure you, he wasn't with us. We're very big jazz fans, Mr. Turner.
Well, while you're talking, he's like, he reaches over and he opens up the case. And he puts that picture down on the bar, and he grabs a trumpet. You see the trumpet, and it's all its strange uniqueness, the weird etched surface of it, and the unusual design.
Did you not manage to bring her back, Mr. Turner?
What you talking about? And he sort of reacts very angry.
Marnie. Did you not manage to bring Marnie back, Mr. Turner?
And he's why are you looking at people's things? What you looking at? What? When you see him, he takes his drink and takes half of it down. Okay, my Marnie, she ain't coming back. What do you mean? My Marnie ain't never gonna come back.
But you.
Why are you looking at things like that? Why are you talking to me something like that? Why? What does you people want? Well,
we want to help you, Leroy.
How's that gonna be? How you gonna help me?
We need you to help us. You help us, we help you, Leroy.
where did Mr. Armstrong give you the trumpet?
Well, it was at a juke joint, maybe 5 blocks from here. Nothing special. I don't know what Mr. Armstrong was doing there. Normally, we've been playing at the Cotton Club, but he come up and he listened to me. That's when he gave it to me. I was out in the alley smoking.
Now, don't you think that sounds a little bit, I don't know, weird? That Louis Armstrong had to meet you in an alleyway to give you a trumpet in private.
Well, where else is he gonna give me? I mean, where else is a black man gonna listen to another black man play? We're not gonna be the Cotton Club. I can't get in there. We came in and listened to me play. Well, what can I say? I don't know, ma'am. I mean no disrespect, but why wouldn't? We play for you white people. Well, not me, but they white people at the clubs, and none of us allowed in. You in our place. You in our home.
It was the devil. It wasn't
That
Mr. Armstrong.
That can't be right. Look at this. Look at this. It's a beautiful trumpet. I mean, look at the 4 vox. I mean, look what I can. He starts playing something.
No, don't play anything.
And if the first couple sounds come out cool, but like it's just something off about the sound of that trumpet when he plays it.
More the chicken that we're eating comes alive.
Bruce, you can roll a code. You're looking at the trumpet. Like I said, I described it. It's got a silver finish. It's cracked, and it's like it's like a reptile hide, like snake hide somehow. And it's got some strange symbols. Now here's the thing, Bruce, you can't recognize those symbols. You have a decent occult knowledge. You've been through the books. You know some of the different Western occultism and that's become popular in spiritualism, but this is something you've never seen. And he's like, this can't be no good. This can't be bad. This horn is my living here. This horn here, I never played so well till I got this horn. This horn, it sews my body and my soul together. I never found no trumpet this good. This trumpet. I don't know if the devil gave it to me or not, but this trumpet. This trumpet's special.
Talking about a trumpet. Sorry, did you say something?
I asked if it looked like, what is it? I can't really tell the age of it. Does it feel old to you, Leroy, or does it seem fresh?
I don't know. I don't never seen no trumpet like this. I mean, the surface looks old or cracked, but I don't know who made it. Maybe it's Italian or something.
The devil made it.
Let's not.
I want to intimidate
Wait. Did you say
by
Italian?
saying the devil made it.
You want to what?
I want to intimidate him when I'm saying the devil made it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Who do you want to intimidate? Me or?
Caralho.
Yeah, shit. He kind of gets up and he puts it. That can't be. You can't be the devil. What do you mean, man? The devil don't exist, right? I mean, that's just tales. There ain't no crossroads. I didn't meet no devil at a crossroads.
It's
I
okay.
didn't meet no devil at a crossroads.
It's okay. It's okay. No one knows why the devil chooses. Not even Jesus knew how the devil would came to him. It's not your fault.
I am the devil, Mr. Turner, and I will lead you out of this.
Jesus.
Shut the fuck up, Buffy.
Dude, you scared. He backs off. He's partially drunk. He stumbles off. He's like, what are you people wrong? What crazy dog y'all talking about? What you mean you're the devil?
He's messing for you because he's British.
He's like, I don't know what y'all want. This all strange. Maybe y'all should leave.
Before we leave, can I ask one last question to you, mister?
Yeah. You can ask me a question. You can
The
ask me
snake.
any question you want.
Snake slash alligator in a trumpet. Did you put that in there? Do you know what that means? Is that a symbol for you in any kind?
I don't know nothing about what the symbols mean on here. I don't know why it looks like this. All I know, this trumpet sounds good, and this trumpet plays well, and this trumpet was given to me by no other than Louis Armstrong himself, who said that
devil gave you that trumpet. That's why its flesh is made of snake.
This ain't no flesh. What you talking about? It's like he's like getting stuck. He's like sweating, and his eyes are all kind of blazing, and he's sweating a little bit.
I know you're a really good trumpet player. I appreciate your trumpet playing, and I would really appreciate it if you would come and play your trumpet for some of the sick people at the hospital for us. We will pay you very well just to play your trumpet for the sick people at the hospital. Please grant us just this, Leroy, if nothing else, and then we will leave you alone after that. I ask you just this.
I push Buffy and I say, "Shut the fuck up." No, I literally do that. I push Buffy.
Okay. I mean, you see, Leroy is.
How dare you?
He's scared. He's looking at you guys.
Stop
fighting in these things, and he doesn't know what the hell you want.
You're scaring the poor man. Stop that, Buffy.
I just want him to play for some sick people, you bent copper.
And so the bartender goes, "Nah, excuse me, sirs and ma'ams, I don't really know what you're all about here. And, you were gonna, ain't nothing wrong with what you're asking, but you're scaring him. You are scaring him. Look at him."
Well, he should be scared. That instrument was given to him by the devil.
Jesus Christ, coming.
Praise Jesus. I don't even know what that means. Sometimes I do think this whole juke music is the devil's music, but it puts money on the table. But the devil didn't really do that. Did
it? For Christ's sake.
Did the devil give you that damn trumpet, Turner? And he looks at everybody and he's like, no, he didn't. God damn it, no, he didn't. And don't y'all talk about money. She's gonna come back to me. And he's like, he pushes a table down and he starts running towards the back.
Well, we should stop him before he hurts himself or something.
Yeah, somebody
He's
run
all
after
drunk.
him.
I think
I need to finish my drink.
I think we know.
He's going to the cemetery.
I thought he was going to the men's room.
Oh.
You can go chase him if you want
to.
I do need the men's room.
I don't feel like running though.
I mean, you certainly don't have to run. You just let him go. I mean, while you guys are talking, yeah, he makes. I mean, this room is very small. He, you see him, run. He jumps on the stage, like this little past the stage, and he stumbles. Right, he kind of half falls. He holds the trumpet in his hand as he tumbles momentarily, and he puts his hand against the wall. And he looks at you, and his eyes are in fear. And he pushes this door open that's behind this makeshift, simple stage. And he looks at you one last time, glassy eye, and he runs into it. So that's what happens.
I would like to go after him.
Okay, well, he's got a head start because you guys were kind of.
But I'm taking my drink with me.
So I presume that you're not really gonna run too fast, because otherwise your drink will slosh around.
Well, I'm going to try and neck it as quickly as possible to increase my speed.
Oh, fantastic! All right, then give me a. While you do that, give me a quick. Give me a quick Constitution check.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no problem. You take that second big double, you dump it down, and you start moving. You start grooving towards him. And
Booth B is nothing if not Constitution.
if just to confirm, Boothby is trying to chase him down, and no one else, right?
We cannot.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Thanks for the help, guys.
How about you
I'm
stand
coming,
in these
I'm
high
coming.
heels?
I'll follow Booth B.
Okay, just I want to double check the chase rules here real quick. There are some specific chase rules that I want to try them out.
I'm going to run after both feet too.
Can I just clarify? I'm not wearing heels.
I'd hope not. They need extra.
Stockings and garter belts.
Okay.
No, I am wearing stockings and garter belts, but just not heels.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. And so now the chase is going to be on, and we're going to need some more upbeat music for this. And a little bit like Duck Soup, you run in and out of different doors in a kind of Looney Tunes fashion, and never know.
I think this one would be better.
Duck Soup.
Let me
Yeah, that one. Benny Hill team.
Where is my man, Leroy? Okay, I have to compare his stats here, so I'm going to try this properly. All right, his stat is dexterous. Wow, he's quite dexterous. And so, I'll turn the music down real quick, and we'll talk about the rules. There'll be a little pause for the rules, just momentarily.
But although quite large, I'm quite dexterous too.
You're quite dexterous. And so, quick, I don't want to. So, in the drama, the fleeing character, how do we compare? Messer gauging, sound full. Okay. Okay. This is just okay. So, your movement. What is your movement rating?
My movement is somewhere.
It's underneath appearance, education, intelligence, and it's that area above magic points, so it should be.
It's under what?
It's it was there for NPCs.
I'm now confused between movement.
Go to combat.
Combat.
Yeah, movement rate.
There's a brain tracker here.
9. Okay, you're very, very dexterous. All right.
You're a big guy, no?
Yeah.
For a big guy.
You know how to move around. All right, and so your reaction after you kind of chat, like for about 2-3 seconds, you see Leroy Turner, barge through the door behind this little tiny stage, and you hear, the And bartender kind of yelling behind you. Oh, come on now! Leave the poor man alone. And so you start running. And so the rules here are.
Do I have time to grab a bottle on the way?
No. You said you were going to take a drink, and you slammed your drink down, and you started running.
Okay, yeah. I'll
So
accept
the main character is not faster than a pursuer because you're actually faster. You can actually be fast enough. So I'm going to. Every vehicle has a character. So each character in Chase makes a con roll. Okay, so I need you to make
Constitution.
a Constitution check. Yes.
Oh. Porra.
Whoopa. Well, indeed. And,
Oops.
What's that going?
well,
That whiskey.
and so what happens is, just so we know, that on a success, there is no change to the move rate for the duration of the chase. You guys have equal moves. On an extreme success, you can get a +1 to your movement. And on a failure, you have a -1 movement for the duration of the chase. So this is going to happen very short. Like this was only going to happen in a very small distance. So what happens is you're a failure, and so you end up you drink. It was fine. You felt good, but it was just woozy enough that when you try and jump on a simple little bandstand instead of running around it to try and get towards the door, you stumble a little bit yourself, just like Leroy did, and you lose your balance and you kind of fall just enough to slow you down as you slam into the wall next to the door. And so what happens is you both have equal speeds, but unfortunately your speed is you're behind him, right? Because you had a head start, and so you run, and this little, this back hallway seems to be like in the basement of the building. It seems to be like a sort of leads out into must be some sort of boiler room and laundry room, and you run up and you hear him running ahead of you, huffing and puffing, and you run up the stairs and you see him kind of going off a door out onto the street. It's this line that seems to it must have been like maybe like one of the hallways into the apartment. He runs out the front of the brownstones, and he's, you see him, or you're at the end of the hallway, and you see him standing out in the street. And, just at that moment, what happens is that...
Can I shout?
Yeah, you can... Actually, yeah, he so I'm going to say that he calls out, and he says, "Hey, Charlie! Whoa! He's like, whoa! He's like, wait! Stop! Damn it! Take me home! Take me home!" You hear him?
Can I shout, Leroy? We just want to help you before the laptop shuts down.
Yes. He turns around and he looks at you. He's like, "Well, the trumpet didn't give me the devil didn't give me the trumpet, but I believe you're the devil. You're white devil." And he jumps into this car, this taxi cab, and he drives away.
Wow. Well done. We lost the player.
He'll be back. And he will eventually tell you that what he heard Leroy say was that take me home.
Oh, okay. I turned to Birthday as Bruce. Was that fun to you?
Fun, I'm knackered.
Is anyone else going to say anything about this behavior?
About Mr. Booty acting like this.
Well,
Whose behavior? I thought we were trying to recruit this guy.
I told you, Mr. Booty, that plan was. Bruce didn't want to do that plan anymore.
I never accepted
Oh,
making this
for the
man.
love of God.
I leave the room, kicking chairs, and I go out. And Kai, can I send you a whisper?
Yeah, of course you can. And you can also send me a whisper. Yeah, that's fine.
So,
It's always fucking Boothby's fault, man.
I mean, so you guys are this collection of
Idiots.
no, I mean of Caucasian white people.
Jesus.
Each of you with a completely different kind of story of what you want this guy to do. And Boothby's last comment of saying that he's the devil might have pushed poor Turner over the edge. I mean, he doesn't trust you guys. I don't think it would be, you do realize that this is still a time and age where lynchings actually occur. And, if a black man gets killed by a white person, they'll get away with it.
Sounds bad, but
I mean, I'm just just putting it in a historical perspective. Like, you guys ended up being kind of
At least I
intimidating.
made an effort, you bastards.
You did, but I'm just trying to explain what I think the psychological reaction that he was having.
You made an effort chasing him because you made him run.
I told you to buy his drinks, you cow.
So,
all I'm thinking right now is that trumpet is probably very valuable.
You could have paid for my drink as well. Jesus, I've spent money now.
Oh no, I spent my own money.
There's not much of it. You've got fucking hat boxes full of the shit.
And the bartender goes, "Ma'am, you got hat boxes full of money. Well, if y'all want to come back here, I can get you more Canadian whiskey anytime you want. You just tell me, and I'll make sure you have some."
No, that can't have been in character because I ran after the guy now.
It's up to you, man. Do you want him to be a character?
Yeah, no, I come back in character and say, Cummings, you arse. Why didn't you pay for our drinks, you bastard? You got hat boxes full of the shit. Buy me a fucking scotch now, you
Mr. Boopy, how do you
wench.
know about my hat box?
Of course, everyone knows about your friggin' hat box.
No. Mr. Boopy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm very disappointed in you, and I walked
guys,
out.
Right, so Bruce walked out.
Just don't
Elizabeth walks out.
Piss off.
decline buying me a drink again, you cow, I shout after her.
Okay, I mean, now it's just Antonio and Boothby in this empty.
And Nevada too, right?
Joint.
no, I
Oh yeah, Nevada, you're there too. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nevada. You're saying anything or doing anything at the same time. I mean, you can do anything you want.
Do you have any money, Antonio or Nevada?
Nope.
Wait, you must have some money. You can't not have money.
Nope, I don't have any money.
No, not enough for this place.
Okay, no. Okay, I'm just saying you could say you don't have any money, but pick.
As I say,
Somebody buy me a fucking drink or I'm going home.
Oh, no.
and Nevada is just going to quietly sneak out.
Well, this is
So what, Elizabeth is dying somewhere else.
I look at Antonio expectantly.
If you want, I can offer you some dirty water.
Dirty water.
I ain't got money.
So I stomp off.
Oh man.
On my way home as well then.
Okay. Well, all right. What can I say? Everybody ends up going their own ways, and the bartender behind the bar just throws his hands up, and as you are leaving, Antonio, you hear him kind of mumbling and shaking to himself as he's changing the record that's playing on this Victorola. He's like, wow, crazy ass wild people. I just don't understand.
I mean, I kind of agree. All right.
I mean, yeah, you probably have enough to buy a drink. Not a good one, but you could.
Yeah,
I mean, if you stay there, you can stay there. He's not gonna.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't have enough money to save up.
Okay. Wow. Well, okie dokie. So, yeah.
I think I'm gonna head out to bed now because I'm nearly falling asleep behind my pair.
Are you, my man? All right.
Oh, I'll stay awake longer next time. I'll just get up later.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I got up really early today, so that's why.
Well, we expect better from you, right? Be responsible and think about your goddamn priorities, okay? Your fucking priorities.
I think we talked about this last Saturday or the Saturday before that, Con. At least I tried. It's my mantra, right?
I know. It's all right. It's all right.
You did your best.
Is Jones going to bed or are you going to bed?
Jones and me are going to bed. So I will see you guys next weekend.
Sleep
all
tight.
Right.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I'll try not to. Good night, guys.
Bye, little bastard.
Fuck you,
Anthony. Later, dude. I'll see you on Saturday, brother. All right, buddy. My goodness, then. Yes. Well, Antonio, where are you going to go? Home?
Yeah, Yeah. I'm not gonna stay up too late.
Okay. Elizabeth, I presume you're going back to the hotel. Bruce Whitworth, you are going to go back to places. You're going back home or whatever.
Completely fucked up. What's the issue with his bail?
He doesn't have bail because he hasn't gotten to a hearing yet, where you would have the bail assessed before your actual court case.
Bruce is still free, is he?
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, he was just given a pass by the cops, right? I mean, he wasn't arrested, even though the crime is being investigated. It's one of those. These things happen in the real world all the time. Boothby, you're going to go to your Rat Trap motel, I should say, hotel downtown, and no one's going to talk to each other. At what point are you guys going to try and talk to each other again? Or whatever.
I don't know, the next day, maybe? No?
Aha!
I'm gonna wait for someone to call me because I'm really grumpy.
I'm sorry you looked at my private belongings.
And then accidentally spilled the beans about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
calling anyone until they call me bastards.
Oh, I, I'm sorry. To you, the turn of events is actually pretty dramatic because you guys are all at each other's throats. If you actually think about it, you're all yelling and you're kind of like tersely, speaking to each other, or maybe possibly even yelling at each other as your attempt to persuade this man goes awry. He slips out of your fingers like sand, and your leads are, well, I mean, you still have things you can do, but unfortunately now there's a bit of tension between all of you as the weight of your secrets is starting to unravel your relationships. And so, yes, you're my. So, give me a second here. Yep. Alrighty. Okay, yeah. All right, I want you guys to think of what you're gonna do. I'm gonna be right back again, take another quick 2-minute break, and then we have to consider what our next set of actions are going to be.
Okay.
Good luck, guy. Good luck.
As the drama and starts escalating. My mistake.
So here's how I see things. Bruce doesn't like the way Elizabeth treats people.
And is totally irritated by the way Boothby treated Leroy. Like, he got really pissed off.
And
Kicked chairs, he went there, like, really angry.
And Elizabeth's also miffed at Boothby for going through her private dates.
I was trying to be nice.
Oh my god, what is being evil for you, man?
I was trying to be nice.
Oh man.
I'm honestly curious to figure out what is being a bad person to Boothby is like. I mean, he must be the best roaster ever. Like, even Eminem would have been have a chance against Boothby if that's his nice guy.
And Antonio,
So-
where does Antonio sit with all this?
Yeah.
I'm mostly neutral, but like, why the hell did Buffy act like to scare the poor trumpet man? We needed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boothby
man.
went off the rails there.
I mean, we could get him back in the same way. We could convince him that like some of us is like God came to destroy the devil or something. I don't know. I mean,
And
if
kill
he believes
Boothby
it,
in front of him? Is that what you're getting at?
yeah, I punch Buffy in front of him.
Leroy, we just told you that you are cursed by the devil, etc. And your instrument that make your reputation goes far beyond what you ever dreamed is given by the devil itself. But don't worry, we are God. Actually, I'm an angel. Look, my wings. Bah! In Boothby.
Exactly. I'm an angel of death.
Actually, my name is not Bruce. It's It's Constantino.
You gotta convince the black dude that God is an Italian.
Well, the Vatican is in Italy, so kind of matches.
I am actually a priest undercover. We are here to find the devil. His name corresponds to Boofy. And we've been on his tracks for several years, but finally we've managed to find him. And he apparently attacked one of our cities. Yeah, sorry, that was good.
Well,
Right.
I see that the plans are getting quite convoluted.
The plan is kick off
Interesting.
Boofy, basically.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Good. No,
Hey, how you holding up there? Mike?
Discord can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe it's me.
I've had some fair variety of Discord issues over the years.
Okay, I think I've got it sorted now.
Okay. So, my goodness, my dear.
What were we talking about? We're talking about how I tried my very best and everyone else fucked it up. Was that the?
Harry
That what
Potter,
it was?
Yep, that's what exactly how we worded it.
Harry Potter and the audacity of this British bitch.
So we were just establishing what's people's feelings at the moment. So we established that Bruce
Well,
doesn't
I
like
love me.
Cummings, and then we also established.
I didn't say that. I'm just angry with all things happening. Just
I
that.
think the
Happens in
sooner-
better families.
The sooner that Cummings and Whitworth shag each other, the better. To be honest.
And then
It'll release all that tension.
Goofy snooping through Elizabeth's shit and then spilling the beans about it.
I have to know.
None of this is my fault.
Did Boothby forget? I mean, did you forget that Boothby did that secretly? Or was that like? Did you do that on purpose, or is that like was that Boothby sort of messing around, or was that Michael the player totally forgetting that he did that secretly?
What did I do?
You know, talking about the money in a hat box.
The what? What did I do?
Let's ask his feeling about his relationships with everyone. So what's Antonio's relationship?
Regarding Boofy again?
Well, I mean, anyway, how do you? Since we're all kind of talking about how everybody's reacting now to the turn of events. How does Antonio feel about it?
Like Antonio is mostly like neutral. He likes like the group, even like if like he didn't really approve the choice of Boofy of like scaring off the poor trumpet man. You know,
I didn't mean to scare the trumpet man. Jesus.
I'm trying to figure out how Antonio is feeling. Like he just wanted a job, you know. He just wanted to live his life without crime, without the mafia.
I was offering him a job.
He just wanted to be a good immigrant, you know.
Yeah.
I was offering him a job, and I was offering him Elizabeth's money to do the job.
But yeah, he's been paid. He's having fun. So like, even if he's risking his life every day, he feels he can die any day and be still happy. You know, he's living a life to the fullest now.
If that's the fullest,
to the fullest in the dark actor, let's say.
Okay.
It would have gone fine if Cummings hadn't have been a tight ass over the whiskies.
That was definitely that was a very big deciding factor. Maybe if you'd gotten the man more drunk, he might have been more pliable.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, he was pretty sore
Cummings.
already.
yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Not because we were 5 intimidating white people talking to him about crazy shit. That had nothing to do with it.
Like I told
Not
you,
at
the
all.
best way to earn his trust back is that we get him drunk again, and then we convince him that God is Italian.
Isn't that the solution for everything?
Oh man. So, all right. Well, yeah. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff here.
And now the fucker's gone. What was I doing? I was running after him, wasn't I?
He's
Yes, but if you recall, Michael, what happened is you, because of your rolls, you slowed down, and therefore you had equal speeds. Just simply, and there's no way you're going to catch up with them. You were
You're
just
saying I'm fat, aren't you? You're saying I'm fat.
I mean,
fat and drunk.
I'm not saying you're fat.
I am.
The dice said you're fat, and your character sheet says you're fat.
Your character actually says on his bio, "I am fat."
I have nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with it at all.
No, I think you'll find my character on his bio says I am big boned.
Yes.
Isn't that what your mom says? Your character's mom says.
You're a husky.
My character's mom says I'm big boned.
I don't know what your mum said on your character sheet because I was too busy shagging her.
Oh, Michael's getting down to some serious RPG. That's impressive.
I'm gonna light Poopy on fire.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Anyway, so, oh god. Yeah. I forgot what I was up to say. Actually, I totally forgot what I was up to say. But whew, okay.
Okay, so I'm fat.
Yeah. Just give me a second here. I hope that's gonna. Just give me uno segundo here.
Did he get away then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the point. I'm sorry. The point was, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So he got away, and what he said was, you heard him as he screamed. Not only did he say that you were a crazy white devil, but that
he must have been talking about Elizabeth.
He wanted to go home. He said, "Charlie, take me home."
Charlie.
Yeah. He was screaming at someone in a taxi cab.
You could write a song about this. He met the devil, then asked Charlie, bring me home.
How many cab drivers in New York could be called Charlie?
Well, that's one of those back of the envelope calculations. About 8 million people in New York. Let's say half of them are men. Charles is one of the top 10 Christian names. So it's 4 million. How many of them, so whether they're children or adults, right? So it might be 1 million people, right? No, actually, no. So we divide to 4, that's 4 million, so maybe by 10 on average, 400,000, but then you have a lot of other names. maybe 100,000.
Okay, so Bruce, 100,000 names. Bye.
Well, you can always look it up. You can always look it up in a phone book.
100,000.
It's like finding a Bruce in a Bruce stack.
I can't believe it. Why would Leroy be scared by a fat guy wearing tweed? Doesn't make sense.
Because you're a fat white guy who told him you were the devil.
Yeah.
You told me I was the devil. Did I?
No,
Did I
you told him you were the devil.
You said it.
Oh, did I?
He said, I'm the devil. Well, after I told him that the devil gave him that trumpet.
Yeah, okay. Okay, in hindsight, that might have been a mistake.
No.
In hindsight.
All right. So, yeah. Well, Bruce, you get there, and eventually you're gonna, time's gonna pass. You are gonna. Nothing in the normal New York newspapers is going to say anything about the events in Harlem. By the way, if you check a newspaper.
Okay.
Well, the shooting in the other speakeasy.
Hot, it's hot, sweaty. It's not as comfortable as the soft chases in the Ritz Carlton, and in your hot, fly-ridden room, you'll fall asleep in the hot afternoon, humid heat, and doze off. Actually, it's late afternoon, and then going into evening. So you'll wake up at some point in the evening with the blaring neon lights of the hotel sign, red and yellow, filling the room up. Boothby.
Do I have to go back to my shitty apartment, or do I get to go back to the Ritz Carlton with?
Well, you said you were going home, and so you went back to your shitty apartment because that's where you said you were going. As all of you decided to just kind of split things, and so you're sort of lying there in a sweltering heat of this hot and humid New York summer. That kind of.
I might have picked up a bottle of scotch on the way and kept a receipt.
Where would you have picked up this said bottle of scotch?
In the liquor store.
But there aren't any liquor stores. It's 1920s under prohibition.
Oh yeah.
And you didn't have enough money to pay for.
No, but I might have hidden one.
Oh, you probably have. You probably have some hooch on you. It's not great, in your what do you call it? In your metal flask.
Plum.
Yeah, you're cheap. You're some of the cheap stuff, right? Probably some cheap gin that you picked up. Sorry about that. And so
I curse Cummings with every sip.
Yeah. That's probably what you're doing when you passed out. Right now, you've woken up and your mouth is dry. And terribly dry, and your bed is filled with sweat. You've taken your jacket off, and you're in your boxers.
My mouth is like a badger's ass.
Your what? Your bed's like a badger's ass. And you're in your
badger.
Like a badger, like the animal.
Yeah.
They have sweaty asses, and so you've got that swamp badger ass. And your white sleeveless t-shirt, or as you would say in England, your vest.
Yellow.
Your yellowed sweaty vest is sticking to you. you kind of
It
wake up.
hasn't been white for a number of years now.
You don't remember, but you woke up from some sort of dream. It's at the tip of your, it just fades. But you just wake up in fear, just momentarily, right? It was some kind of nightmare. You reach over to your flask and take two solid hits of the from your gin, just to wet that mouth again.
Can I remember the dream?
No, you can't really.
It wasn't about Cummings.
It wasn't about Cummings. It was.
Was it about Leroy?
It wasn't about Leroy. It was darkness. It was a roiling ocean. Maybe you think about, maybe it's had something to do with the lighthouse incident that you try to forget often. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that smell of rotting fish. Maybe that the whiff of it, kind of comes back to you. Is that the gin? And it just flies buzzing. It's a hot, sultry summer night. New York in the summer is terribly humid. Can be terribly humid. The kind of humid it feels like you're walking through pea soup. Right? I don't mean fog. I mean it's an invisible layer of humidity that smothers you. It sticks to you. Your skin gets sticky.
Dream or just when I get up?
It condenses on your face. I mean, you think you're awake. Your eyes are still bleary. It's one of those, your eyes are kind of sticky, and everything's a bit bleary. You can't really quite see straight. You're rubbing your eyes out as you're drinking the gin, and you're just cursing the heat. This place doesn't have a fan or anything. It was that blinking light. God damn it. Blinking neon sign for the hotel. Why did they put you on a goddamn room next to the goddamn fucking signs? Blinks on and off and on and off. That buzzing of the goddamn flies. And this place.
Was I dreaming about the war before the war?
It could have been. What kind of dream about the war would you have had, Boothby? What kind of nightmare would Boothby have?
I guess it would be the fog of the shell fire and just the constant shell fire and the smoke of the exploding shells.
Yeah, maybe that merged. And the smell of the gangrene and the whiff of mustard gas off in no man's land, being carried on the wind towards the trenches. Maybe that merged with the stinking stench of rotting fish and the deep ocean and a New England fog rolling in around.
I think that would be a recurring dream.
Mm-hmm.
The nightmare journey across the Atlantic.
Yeah. And that mixed in with the events at the lighthouse. The ship becomes the treads becomes the ship becomes a lighthouse, and that sort of surreal melting of ideas that happens in your dreams.
I'm not keen on fish.
And there's something else, sometimes when you were a child, you would dream. You had a lot of other recurring dreams as a child, but they would happier times maybe indifferent. They were, maybe it was some kind of land that you dreamed of, some place. It was always bright, fantastical place that you always seem to revisit. You have wisps and pieces of this. You had maybe adventures in there, but there were dark places there. No, not Camelot. No, not like this. Something much more strange. A place full of dark forests. Things. Little squirrel-like creatures with big ears. You knew that they were dangerous. In your childhood dream sense, you remember that forests had them. They would steal things from you. You could speak with them, but never to sleep in the forest.
Not the fairies.
Slit your throats. What was that name? It's like starting to come back to you as you're drinking. Strangely, the Zoogs. That was a name that you used to call them in your dreams. The Zoogs. Wow, you haven't really thought about that in years. God, that sound of the flies. There's so many flies in here. You pick up an old newspaper, you swat one. It's like sticking on your skin. It must have been drinking. You could see its little mouth protruding and sucking up water. God, these mosquitoes and these flies. For fuck's sake! And what is that? Why is that so loud? And that there's that strange, terrible fish smell again. It's filling the air. There's something else, and the flies are getting louder. And suddenly you look up and it's on the ceiling. The light's off now, and all you see is the red and the yellow flickering like a flame inside your room. And it's suddenly you stop because you just weren't paying attention and weren't thinking about it. You're staring off to the side, and having your eyes half closed, thinking about this dreams of the forest of the Zoogs slit your throat and steal your things. What a thing to think of as a child. But the ceiling is full of flies. The entire ceiling is a black, roiling mass of flies. That's where the buzzing is coming from. It's like a cloud, like a black, inky cloud that's flying all around the room above your bed. And it smells like dead fish, dead animal. What is going on there? And that's something drips on your face with me. Oh God! Oh, what is that? And you wipe it off with your finger, and then it's dark. It's a dark smear on your hand, and in the red and blue flashing neon light. You see that it's blood.
Christ, that's not real. Just a dream. Shit. What is this on my hand?
Or if not neon lights, I mean colored lights, probably. It's not quite neon lights, but and so it drips on you again. It smells foul. Oh no, it would have been neon lights. Yeah, 1920s. Okay, and you smell it like, God, what is that? Oh, it's like, is it blood? Maybe you take another, and then the flies concentrate above you, and it's like you swear.
What is this?
They form what the fuck? The cloud. It's like buzzing in it, and it's is it forming a face?
Blood.
It's forming a face. The flies are forming a face.
I'm in the trenches. I'm dead.
It's the stench of the dead and the trenches. The stench. Go ahead, Boothby.
No. I'm being eaten. It's the trenches.
And the face. It's black. This black face made of flies. It's got eyes somehow and teeth and a mouth, and it's coming towards you. It's coming towards you. It's gonna swallow you, Booby. It's gonna swallow you.
God. Oh my God.
Roll me a sanity check. Boothby, are you there? Boothby, you hold on. You hold on as this cloud of flies just, red and orange and black, and the lighting makes the eyes and the mouth, or it looks like there's eyes and mouth on this cloud of flies that descend on you, and they swirl around you. It's like they swallow you. They go up into your nose, go up into your mouth and your ears. Oh, you're choking. There's nothing. And you could hear that the flies were laughing. You heard this deep baritone laugh. Was it the buzz? Was it the laugh? Was it bombs? So many sounds.
What the fuck is that?
And then the phone rings. Actually, there's no phone here. There can't be a phone, but there's a phone outside in the hallway, and I gotta get some water because I got hiccups. And you hear it.
In the trench. It's the trench phone.
A phone rings. It would be somewhere off in the distance, somewhere out in a hallway. And you look at yourself. You're back in your bed. There's no flies. Except a dead smeared fly on your arm, and some flies smashed on the newspaper lying on your bed. There's a dark spot up top, and there's water dripping on your face. Maybe the toilet upstairs is leaking because it doesn't smell good. But there's a phone ringing outside somewhere close by. I'm going to take a quick break.
I go and pick up the phone. Hello? Who's there?
Hey, Bruce. It's Bruce.
Oh, Bruce, for fuck's sake, you scared the living shit out of me.
Sorry. Could you talk just for a moment?
Okay, what is it?
First of all, I want to apologize for yesterday. I reacted rather inconveniently. I should have played with the group.
Let me give you a bit of advice, Bruce. You should
Yes.
drink a fucking bottle of scotch and that would sort you out.
Yeah, I should. Look, yesterday was a tough day with the police, After all of the federal, with the incident, I was quite stressed out. I deeply apologize for what I did.
Well, what about this guy with the trumpet? What are we going to do?
Maybe I should let you and Cummings kind of lead this way. I'm always not with my mind in the right place. I understand if you guys don't want me to go alone, but I wish I could help him. Even if I don't have a say in all of this, I would appreciate you guys just let me help him.
I tell you what, Bruce. Why don't we talk about this over breakfast? For your buy.
That would be wonderful. Should I call Cummings too?
Have you got any suggestions?
There's a wonderful dinner place, that one that we first met after Meriwether, the hospital.
I'll meet
It would
there.
be nostalgic. So should I call Cummings or just both of us?
Is that the place with the donuts?
Yes, it is.
Call everyone. Let's get there. Let's get everyone there.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
See you there in half an hour.
See ya. And then I call Cummings and Antonio and invite them. And I also apologize to them for my behavior yesterday.
I think I probably call Jones and invite him as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I invite everyone, and then we go to meet at the donut place.
Sure.
Where are you guys meeting?
That place that we ate donuts just after we met each other after Meriwether.
Donuts and coffee. How
Yes,
good is
that sort of a small German immigrant coffee shop by the Lower East Side.
Yeah, the place where we went after the ridding of the will.
Yeah. Or it was actually after where you first met Meriwether in the hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
down in Belleville Hospital. Okay, well then. So that's where you guys meet. Tell me what happens.
Well, when everybody comes in the door, I stand up. I got there earlier, and I receive everyone, and once again apologize for my behavior yesterday, and explain that I
I
was
order
quite stressed out because of the police.
I order a very large coffee and many donuts.
And eventually many donuts will come.
Fear not, Bruce. Like, you don't need to apologize for yesterday. It's fine, in my opinion.
Thank you, Antonio. But I think I do have a little bit of fault in all of this. Now, what happened after I left?
So I guess Elizabeth shows up.
Come on, someone tell him.
Yeah,
What?
anything to fill in. Is there anything that he needs to know?
Well, when did Bruce leave?
I left just after Boothby failed to run after the guy.
Well, we just
Well,
everybody
go,
pretty
go.
much just left after that, right?
Well, yeah. We just, like, didn't manage to get back the trumpet man. And,
You
that's
all
all.
went your separate ways.
Exactly.
Well, I have Leroy's address.
Should we bring Boothby with us? That's the question.
I don't know.
Maybe left it in the car, in the cab, or in the back just for a reinforcement in case we need.
Yeah.
Or in a box. Oops. Did I say that?
We don't want to scare him, though. You know, poor Leroy had a rough night yesterday. And having 4 white people, 5.
Maybe we should let Antonio do this time. He was the only one that didn't talk yesterday. He's kind of clean in the eyes of Leroy.
I mean, I'm not really a talkative person, you know. Are you saying that since I'm a minority, I should talk to him because he's another minority?
Well, I'm not gonna say that's not an argument in favor. You have had your bad time as an immigrant too. Maybe you can sympathize with him.
I can try. Yeah, I can try to speak, of course. He doesn't seem like so secure about it. Like, he knows he's gonna fuck up probably. He's not good with words. Alright. So, when are we going to meet our friend?
I don't know. We can go right now.
Shouldn't we do it like... Okay. After we finish with the donuts, I would say. Alright, and then I go eat.
Yes, after Mr. Boothby eats a dozen donuts, we can go.
What do you mean doesn't?
After Mr. Boothby eats 2 dozen donuts, we can go.
11 is enough for me.
After Mr. Boothby eats 3 baker's dozens.
Why, Miss Cummings, you are becoming insufferable.
My dear. As donut crumbles, stick in his beard as he talks.
He's coming to himself. As he stuffs
How
his donuts in his mouth.
The donut flecks, come out, a little bit of spittle from the coffee.
Why, Yoda?
I resemble that remark.
So, yeah, all right. Well,
You resemble that remark. Absolutely.
so you do have Leroy's address, and it's up by 130th Street.
It's in some shithole neighborhood.
Yeah. East 130th Street, say.
Which one of you gentlemen is going?
I would like to go.
Because according to you, I messed it up last time, so it's up to you.
All right.
You guys can all tell that it's clear that Boothby is being very self-conscious, very defensive. There's a kind of strange look in his eye. His hands are shaking a little bit. Oh, by the way, right? You didn't. I know you passed your sanity roll, but there's still some after effects of the night. It might be of anxiety or something, but it you anyone with a psychology over 50 notices that he's not acting like himself. What the cause is, you don't know. You could roll psychology, but that's just obviously notice something off about it.
Okay.
Well, my psychology is 10, so I obviously have no idea what's going
On with yourself. You're lost about yourself. And so, right, if you guys, you finish your breakfast and Boothby, kind of powers through the donuts and the coffee.
How dare you?
Imagine him he eats the donuts like the Cookie Monster.
Oh boy.
That might be true. Okay, that might be true.
Roll a luck check.
What's wrong with that? I don't see that as being a problem. That's how you eat donuts, isn't it?
Oh shit.
Leave Boothby alone. That's how donuts are eaten.
Well, yeah. Eventually you all can get yourself up to East 135th Street, if you so wish, and does this work?
Let's go knock on the door of the musician.
Yeah.
You knock on the door. I'm going nowhere near.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Mr. Boothby will stay in the cab.
I'm gonna stay in the street, walking around just to make sure no one runs away in case things happen. So I'm gonna be close to the door in the street.
Oh, that's cool. Hold up. I just realized I can do something kind of cool here. Aha.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. What did you say again, real quick? What were you gonna do?
Bruce is gonna be in the street, walking in the street. Just how do I say paisana in English?
Like paisano. Paisana. I don't know what paisana means. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know what it means.
Okay.
Que sería paisano?
Yeah, it's like when the cop is just standing in the street, looking around, not doing an action.
Nonchalant.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe nonchalant. That's probably good. Just observing the cop. Is the cop just on the beat? Is he just walking around town?
Yeah, he can be standing. He's just making patrol.
Yeah, patrolling. Walk in a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fine. As a matter of fact, you guys know something. You
probably patrolling.
You guys could probably take the patrolling. You guys could take the IRT. Is this correct? Yeah, you guys could take the IRT Lenox Avenue subway line at some point, or you can take a couple subway lines that'll take you up towards the east side, or you can do what you wish. But I'm gonna check something out here later. I'm gonna put this on the map there. Let's see if I can put it on the map. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna move you guys to this map, and you just tell me what you see. All right, I just shifted the map. Did you guys see this?
I see Upper Manhattan, I think.
Okay, good, right? And you guys see like locations that says like Trinity Church Cemetery.
Affirmative, I do see. I do not see the meaning for the number 7, and I think that's all.
Oh, okay, right. You get number 6, yeah. Like you see 1, 2, 3, 6. You don't see everything, right? You just see like some locations, correct?
We see
Exactly,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 6, and 9.
Perfect. Okay, great. I'm going to fix that real quick, and then just so you
Magic.
guys.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I just realized I could do this with this map. I had no idea. Okay, now.
What is that?
Yeah, now you guys should be able to see the location of the Trinity Church Cemetery, the funeral home of Morgan and Dupee, the IRT Lenox Avenue subway line, the Harlem Hospital, which is where Bruce dropped off you guys dropped off the taxi driver. Actually, it was Elizabeth Cumming who dropped off the taxi driver who was involved in the shootout while she was trying to tail those mobsters, and that is a location of Leroy Turner's apartment.
I have to say, New York is a bit boring, isn't it? There's no wiggly streets at all.
No, it's mostly it's a grid.
If you get
wiggly stuff,
we decided that was stupid, so we designed the entire city in a grid. That's what happened. So the wiggly are down actually on the southern tip of the island, Greenwich Village and those areas. That's smaller wiggly streets. Since that is the actual original location of New York, back in even in the 19th century, a lot of this was like suburbia up here. The Manhattan wasn't fully full of buildings. There were still green spaces and farms and stuff up here.
Well, whoever designed this was a bit OCD.
But okay, so
okay, I'll shut them now.
I mean, if you think about it, it's a very densely populated area. This is definitely the most efficient way to get as many people in quarters as possible.
Yeah, it eases transportation. Remember, New York streets are very particular, right? The avenues. Versus the streets. The streets are one-way roads. The avenues take to like the island. So it's easy to get around. I mean, you don't get lost like you would like in Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is maddening to find things in. God's sakes, it is. I mean, crazy. Anyway, that's not important.
Who needs planning?
I mean, you do have an occasional weird oddball street here or there. I think Park Avenue is one of those weird cut streets, and Fifth Avenue is another weird cut street. It goes kind of diagonal on that.
Yeah, it does. So there are some legacies from, I guess, the original main thoroughfares. Like this, look at the St. Nicholas Avenue. It cuts, from the park. It cuts diagonally across. That's kind of a weird. You get some funky stuff going on there in Riverside Park and stuff. You know,
It's
for
a
the most
shame.
part.
It's a shame Toon isn't here. We could say that like New Amsterdam was OCD because of the Dutch, but
um, so you guys are gonna get to the apartment complex, this little small multi-story building, and get this information here real quick. Da, da, da,
which number is that, Kai?
I don't have a street. Number 7. That's right. Yeah. So number 7 is where you're going to go, and this is definitely a poor African American neighborhood. You're now far off from the main drag, the Jungle Land and the sort of hop-in area where a lot of the action is going on. And now this is really just the poor urban tenements of African Americans that live around here, a little north of Italian Harlem. And what you'll see here again is just normal people going through their ways. I mean, here's this is the type of place where you're going to see in the alleyways. You're going to see the clotheslines hanging full of clothing, drying in the open air. Little children running around, playing stickball, playing catch. Men, women sitting on stoops, yelling out the windows. Probably some, just also a fair amount of groceries and business activity. But it's somewhat dilapidated. Right? You might hear somebody playing acoustic guitar, playing some blues, coming out one of the windows. Maybe some women
In the avenues and alleyways.
singing some spirituals. And you're gonna get to this building. That's what that is. Oh, by the way, that's what that was. That's what the trumpet. That's a possible representation of the trumpet. Yeah. Good Lord, didn't know why I couldn't see that. And so, yeah, all right. So you guys are gonna get there, and you're gonna go upstairs. There's gonna be some kids playing out front, and they kind of they see you coming, and they just kind of stop and they stare, slack jawed at you as 5 of you come up and go up the stairs of the building. On the stairs of the building was 2 old men, canes, talking to each other. And when they see you walking, they coming towards it. They kind of get up, and you see them kind of avert their eyes and look down on the floor a little bit, and then look up at you. Oh, how can I help you? Well, any of you folk lost? You best be careful around here. Normally things are all right, but there are some folk around here that just aren't all God fearing.
So this is Bruce and Antonio, right?
I guess, yeah, right. Bruce and Antonio have gone to the apartment.
No, I stay in the street, patrolling.
Okay.
I am the one entering.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, who is going to? Yeah, so I presume someone was going to the apartment. So who's going towards the apartment?
So me, Antonio is going for sure. Is someone else come?
No.
Looks like just you.
Just
I'm
me.
patrolling. Yeah, I'm patrolling. Incomings and both B are in the car.
Okay, so I mean, you're patrolling in your police outfit. Not your police outfit. You're patrolling in your. I presume you mean you're patrolling in just your detective clothing, which doesn't hide you well because you are in a almost completely African American neighborhood. So you're still a black guy in a suit walking around in African American. I mean, it's not like there aren't other people. There are other people here and there, but you're not. I'm sorry, Boothby. What you say?
Bruce's detective clothing is his clothing. That's
I know. He really is like that character from the movies. Like, you can never go undercover because everybody knows he's a cop. He just has a cop look to him. So, both. So then, Antonio and Boothby, you walk up the stairs. Actually, before you walk up the stairs, they ask you, like,
only Antonio's going. Me and
Only
Boothby
Antonio.
are staying in the car, and Bruce decided he wants to walk the street.
I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Boothby, you're in the car, sweating, and Antonio comes up, and now, Antonio, you're closer to here because you actually don't live that far from here because you live in Italian Harlem, which is actually not that far. So the two men maybe act over like, hey, you right, son? You lost? You looking for something? Oh.
Okay. So, which number? Do I find the apartment?
Apartment number. You got the address. Yeah.
Okay. So I arrive in front of the door and I knock on the door.
All right. And so the men go, "Oh, you going inside? Who are you looking for?"
I'm looking for Leroy, the musician.
Oh, they look into yeah, Leroy Trumpet Man, yeah. Well, did you see him come in? Well, I didn't. Well, he's up on the third floor. Well, you can speak to his roommates. If he ain't there, but you go on ahead.
Okay.
I guess you must be one of his fans. Things getting crazy here. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, but you just watch yourself. Well, you watch yourself, son.
Do you think I can see the trumpet?
Well, they look at each other. They kind of, they're kind of gray haired, bearded, mustached, older African American men. With glasses. Like, maybe they'll let you in. Well, anyway, you get yourself up there. So then you, after they finish, the two men at the front stairs to the building, that's who you're talking to. You came up, there's two old men, who talk to you first, and then they yell at the little kids, "Stop your gawking and keep on playing. Don't be looking at the man like that. Let him in peace." And then you go up, it's on the third floor, like they told you. You knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
You go in, you hear babies crying and people walking around, and people look at you, they give you a little bit of a look, a little shocked that you're here. Actually,
yeah, I feel a bit.
That's okay. It's just one of those situations where it's gonna happen. You knock on the door, you hear from behind the door. Now, Marnie, I told you, please. Actually, not Marnie. That's what I'm saying. Now, Mary, I told you, damn it, I don't got no time for your hustle. I don't got any damn bit. And the door opens, and there is this beautiful, really beautiful African American girl. She's dressed in a prim and proper sort of dress, long flowing dress. She has her hair tied back, and she just has a shock as she sees you.
Hey, I'm looking for Leroy. I smile and I feel kind of awkward, honestly.
Okay, and she looks at you, and she turns around and she looks. It sounds like she's looking behind you, and she's like, "You're looking for Leroy? What? Well, good Lord, something new happens every day. Well, sir, Leroy isn't here. You hear from the back, what's going on? It's a male voice, and also like to hear female voice and female voice. Well, are you gonna serve the food or what? He's like, she smiles at you. Well, there's a strange white man at the door, and he's asking for Leroy. What? He's not here. I'm sorry. Can I leave a message or something?
Did he came back here yesterday? I saw him on the street. He looked pretty drunk, and like since I'm a big fan of him, I wanted to be sure he was okay and everything.
Um. Oh. He drinks too much. He's. Oh, he's a sad man. Him and his wife. Wait, do you know him? How did you see him? I don't understand what's going on. What?
Like, as I said this, I saw him perform several times, and like yesterday, like I was walking around, I was passing in front of like the usual, and I saw him like, going out and then like jumping on a taxi and go away. And he looked like he couldn't like really balance himself, And I don't know, it looked like he was running from something or someone, and I just wanted to check out if everything was alright,
What? She's like, just hold up, everybody. Just hold up. I'm just talking to this nice white boy.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm a bit shocked. I don't normally get your kind of fan come around here asking for him. Well, he's not here. No, I haven't seen him. Sometimes he disappears. He goes on benders. He drinks too much. I know it. Ever since his wife, he talks about his wife and he drinks, and I don't know. And sometimes I don't know if I should be telling you all this. So
it's fine.
So you're doing very good. So I'd like to know, would you be trying fast talking, charming, or persuading? Like, what do you want? What are you trying to get from her? What are you interested in?
I was preferring staying away from roles.
I mean, okay. Well, what are you trying to do? Are you like, even if we don't roll?
I want to understand
what is your goal?
I want to understand where he is right now. I want to know where he is. I want to talk to him and like explain that we still need himself. Like even if like I know that like we approached him scarily, like we want to just like apologize also for scaring him, and we are disposed to like pay him and like all that stuff.
Okay.
Basically, I want to bring it back to the good side.
Yeah. Okay. Just roll me a persuasion check. You have advantage.
Persuasion. Let me look for it. Psychonaut persuade.
Your persuade is really bad, huh?
You had advantage.
I had
You have advantage. You can hit the bonus penalty. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You still didn't pass. I mean, it's okay. She's like, well, look. So I mean, I don't. By the way, you're smelling. There's some wonderful food. You're not. You probably stay in your neighborhood more. You of course you were used to, home. Your grandmother style cooking and homegrown cooking. Although you go to these places a little bit, you normally don't have enough money for all this stuff. And whatever it is they're cooking is delicious. Maybe it's some, you don't know what it is. It might be some kind of chicken that you're smelling and something else. But it smells really good. That's all you gotta know. And this woman's kind of has like kind of an apron on over her dress. You can see it's a little dirty. But again, she's really beautiful woman. Beautiful smile. She actually has kind of like green eyes. And she says, well, look, I gotta tell. I don't know where he is. I know. Maybe you should check out some of the juke joints. Sometimes I think he just sleeps it off over there after he plays. I mean, these happen. I mean, I'll tell you something. Look, I don't tell him I said this, but sometimes I think he hangs out in Trinity. Oh, you don't know what that is. The cemetery. Trinity Cemetery over on the west side.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I heard him say he goes over that's where his woman's buried. You see, he's a poor soul. I mean, now he's out of it. Well, I got to say something. At least he's paying the bills now. Because before, good Lord, he wasn't paying the bills at all. Look, you know, he don't cause him no trouble. You see, you know, he's had a hard life. He's been on some hard times. I heard what happened at the last couple of days at the last place that he played. There was some kind of violence and oh my craziness. I don't know about that, but you know, there's some trouble following him. There's some cloud following that boy. Oh, I'm worried about him.
How are you, sister?
No. I ain't his sister. We're just living together here because it's cheap. By the way, the room like doesn't look like a very big place, right? There's like this little tiny hallway, and you could probably half see the people in the kitchen. And there's probably like another, you know, there's a bed like not too far behind her. This place looks like it's cramped. No, we just living together.
How cool!
You know how it is. Well, okay. Her name is. I didn't come up with a name yet.
Name's the worst part.
Yeah, it's okay. I can come up with a name. Oops. What happened there? It's her name's Celine. My name is Celine. And yours?
Antonio, nice to meet you. I'm a mechanic. Yeah, just live a couple of blocks down there. Don't worry.
Oh, you. I see. You one of them Italian boys.
Yeah, I'm from Europe. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I see. I understand. Well, I wouldn't have thought that. Well, I can't believe Leroy's got such a big fan base. That trumpet he got, God, he loves that trumpet. It must really be working for him.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Well, look here. You know, maybe he'll come back later. Well, you.
Oh yeah, sure. And like, if you need help with anything, you can just like come down and work in that garage. Just hit me up and like, we can hang around and stuff.
Roll me a charm.
Oh.
With advantage.
Okay, cool. Okay. I'm so bad in doing the stuff.
Yeah, advantage. Roll your bonus penalty.
Oh,
hey,
motherfucker!
Hey,
all right. So Antonio's gonna bang tonight.
Yeah.
Later.
Well, what's gonna happen is it's a 13 versus a 15. So she's like, you. She looks around like, well, you're Italians. You're not really white, are you? Why'd you come in?
I don't know. Maybe when I finish this business.
No, come on. We just sit down with some. Why don't you just have yourself a piece of food right here? Just maybe while you're eating, he could come.
I look at the food. It would be nice, but I'm sorry. Like, there are like some friends of mine that are waiting for me. I cannot let them down. I'll reach you out later. All right? Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't know. I write down the name of the garage or something. So I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell Leroy that you will come. You come looking for him, and he's a fan, and that you're worried, and maybe he'll come looking at you. And I don't know nothing, but yeah, maybe we'll see each other sometime.
Cool. Thank you. And yeah. So
I'm just gonna finish here already. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Worry.
Bye. And yeah.
Cool.
And so, what's gonna happen? Oops! I closed this little thing. And so at this point, you guys get there, and And so yeah, you start coming back down, and I guess so. Bruce, where are you in front of the building? Like, where are you?
Not in front, like in some corner.
Okay, Bruce, roll me. I presume you're looking for things. You're actively kind of checking things out. So please give me a
Spot hidden?
a hidden check, please. Yeah.
Hard success.
All right, great. So Bruce, you down the street, slumped shouldered and swaying. You see tall, tall man in a crumpled jacket swung over his shoulder, yellow and red shirt with a music instrument box in his hands.
Black or white?
It's a black man.
Oh, okay.
That is definitely Leroy Turner.
Yo, guys, a meteorite just like hit close to Syracuse right now. That's so cool. Like a couple of hours ago or something like that.
So it was a meteorite?
Really?
Yeah, like a rock from the sky, one of those. That could be an incipient for a start from a Call of Cthulhu adventure.
Absolutely. That is the start of the Colorado space.
Yeah,
Cool.
my favorite.
So, right, and Tony, you haven't really come. You're kind of getting to the door, and you're seeing the two African American older men. They're playing dominoes, is what they're doing. You don't really know what you see them now, yelling at each other and playing dominoes. And yeah, so Bruce, you only use. Everybody else roll me a spot hidden check. But you're gonna need a hard success. Anybody else? Spot hidden. Go ahead. So everyone else can roll me a spot hidden check.
And I do not, correct?
No, you can. You get outside. It's fine. You can
Okay.
spot hidden check. It's cool. Oof.
Also, I have a question. Do I need to put the dot, the check mark for the charm since I passed or not?
Yes, you should. Yeah, you should.
Oh.
You should. Yes, always. Anything that you pass, if you haven't passed it before, put the check mark there because then that's how you improve your character. So
Wait,
always
even
remember.
if I push it? Even if I push it?
Yeah, even if you push it, I think. Yeah, you push it, you were successful. It's fine. Yeah, even if you pushed it. So always indicate that you've used that skill successfully. At some point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Bruce. So you see, Leroy Jenkins coming down the block, looking down on the floor, swaying with his case. Elizabeth, you probably see him too. Yeah. Did Antonio roll perception? I mean, spot hidden. Please roll me a spot
Not
hidden.
yet. Sorry,
Okay.
I was check marking it.
Okay, you keep on doing that. It's okay. You finish your check marks.
I still
Right,
fail, don't worry.
You're looking at these men playing dominoes. And Boothby, you are still a bit drunk and you're kind of sweating. You got your head hanging out the window. It's hot in here. Maybe you were hanging outside the car, really, partially with the door open. And you see coming down the street a gray sedan. Matter of fact, it's a big gray Packard. And it rolls past you. And you see a face in there that just looks, you've seen them before. There's four men in the car. And you see the glint of a gun barrel.
Oh shit.
As it passes you. So, Antonio, you're staring at the old man Watt playing dominoes, and you get up and you start looking for a car that's parked just a little, half a block down, and you start walking towards there.
Yeah.
Booth, you start. Maybe I don't know what you say. So quick. So that's where everybody is. So let's see. So we're gonna go into sort of an initiative order. Boothby, you are always first because you have a high initiative. And so let's
Amazing.
rock. What is going to happen? What are you going to do?
I'm going to say, oh shit, he has a gun.
All right. Boothby just suddenly yells out, "Oh shit, he's got a gun!" And that's what you guys hear.
Because I bought 2 guns, didn't I? But
You did. I don't know what you did with them.
But I think I only have one of those because I think I gave one of them to someone else.
It was either Bruce or Antonio.
I don't know what you guys did.
Remember.
I want a gun that was mine. I want to give it back.
So you've got your 2 guns then.
All right.
Who's got a gun? Everybody. Lots of people have guns. Boopy.
I don't have any gun right now for me.
I should have it.
Well, I think maybe Bruce took it off me.
I gave back after I was trying to make the federal agent to the hospital.
Can't remember. Who shot the federal agent in the knee?
Cummins.
Deadeye Cummings did. I blew his leg clean fucking off.
Take the gun off me to shoot.
I have my own gun. Cummings has her own guns.
Oh yeah, that's the guy you guys shot. I forgot to show it to you. And this guy's the head of the band that Leroy plays with. Nah, not important. But whatever happens, I don't know. Someone's got a gun. Okay, and so who's the next highest in their dexterity? That's probably something I don't want you guys to put in your name, so I can just look at it real quickly. Is that Antonio? Antonio has a high dexterity. Antonio, nothing's gonna happen. You have no idea what's going on because Bruce just kind of says it to himself.
I don't have dexterity. I have the lowest dexterity.
Oh, you're the lowest. Okay. All right. So Bruce. So I know Boothby's like 70, right? Is that Boothby? Who's next?
75.
I think it's me.
All right. So Bruce, you only see. Your eyes are focused on clearly on Turner. So what are you gonna do?
Do I hear Boothby saying he has a gun?
Nope, you're across the street. You're not near him. You're just casing that. You're walking around, casing the street.
Okay. If I didn't know the gun or the car, I just going to try to not call attention of Leroy.
Yeah, because he didn't shout it out. I don't know. Boofy didn't scream in the street. He kind of just says it. He says it to Elizabeth. Okay. So you're just gonna stay where you are then, right? Okay.
Yeah, just trying to not be focused of attention for Leroy.
Okay, Elizabeth, Boothby says he's got a gun, and you see Boothby rolling, getting to his jacket, trying to, look for something.
Boothby, you left all the donuts in the donut shop. and who's got a gun? Lots of people have guns. I have a gun.
You'll regret this one day, Cummings.
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Yeah. Okay. And so And so what's going to happen is like this. Like, Brutus is staying there. Boothby says something about somebody has a gun. You guys have that conversation. And then that gray car that Boothby, you're still paying attention to that gray car because it rolled past you. Yeah, so here's a couple of pieces of information. I forgot to tell you this, Antonio, but it's not super important at the moment, but it's this. So the car screeches to a halt. You hear that, he's there! And in the middle of the street, you see all the doors open and a bunch of men come out. Two of them have Tommy guns. And they look at Turner and they go, you need to come with us now.
You who?
He's not talking to you, Antonio. He's talking to, you hear these, and everybody turns now as the car screeches to a halt. You hear it's like brakes, sort of, right? Squeak on the road. And then these two men come out with Tommy guns. These men in suits, slick suits and fedoras, and they go, you're coming with us. We need to talk. And this is down the road, and you turn, Antonio, and you see Leroy Turner down the road, sort of turning slowly to these guys in the car as they start coming right at him. Oh! And he yells, and he drops the musical instrument case on the floor. Oh no! And we're going to leave it at that moment, as shit's about to hit the fan.
Cliffhanger. All right, guys. Thank you for the night. I gotta go. I have an exam tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you for. We went a little overtime.
Don't worry.
See you next.
Fine. I had fun. Have a good one.
All right, cool.
You too. All right, guys. Mike, doing all right? All right.